Warning: this show contains content and language some may find offensive. It is intended for mature audiences only. If you are easily offended, do not like to hear explicit language, or just have a whack and horrible sense of humor, you should probably stop watching right now. If you are still here, it means you are awesome and want to have a good time with us. If that's the case, we salute you. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Veruca, sweetheart, I'm not a magician. Give me time. I want to know. What's the matter with those spots down there?
Yeah, what is good, everybody? How y'all doing?
Yo.
It's being Frank show. I am obviously a motherfucking host. That's weird how it just did it get louder for y'all?
I like that.
It did for me.
You said I'm the host. I am that guy.
I am that guy. Frank Marvici, just me, Frank. We got Almighty L here.
The guy that nobody cares about.
You want to introduce yourself for the people?
Hi, my money.
And then we got...
Yeah, man, Leo Patello right here, right now, all the way from 876, you know.
46.
Yes,
He's literally
We represent.
fresh from the island. He just stepped off the boat.
Right off the boat. Is it racist coming from you?
Probably. If I threw in with a beef patty, then it's racist. With some acne.
Yo.
The curry goat, you know?
Not the curry goat.
Yeah, man, that's all.
Man,
I can't fuck with. I love curry goat, so I can't really talk shit about it.
Right.
Curry goat's good as shit.
I craved it yesterday.
That's some Jamaican stew. The only shit I don't really fuck with is calf's. What is it? Cow foot.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's
Weird. Yeah, it's weird. It's
Any
like
foot. The
And
foot of
chicken
any
foot
shouldn't
soup.
be consumed.
you ever had cow foot?
No.
It's gelatinous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No, I'm familiar, just not eating it.
yeah. They put that shit in curry, like in curry and shit like that. I just can't do it.
Yep, no.
Rooster Stripe, mad time.
You have curry califoot before?
No, never have it before. It's just news to me right now. Yeah.
Maybe they did that just so it would make it easier for me.
Something's not authentic.
No, I've literally seen that soup, the cow foot soup,
Yeah.
chicken foot soup, and I think
It
that's
ain't
Manishwata?
What's up, Nadine? How you doing?
It ain't
Manishwata
curry.
is goat head soup.
No,
what? What about the
yeah.
donkey water?
I'm not eating that.
Hey, he's-
Keep that ass.
what makes it donkey water?
Donkey water.
you know, they say that when people want to be long distance runner, like Usain Bolt,
Mm-hmm.
they have to drink the water after the donkey drink it.
People be.
Shit.
So it's just theory.
That's a punishment. That's what that is.
Donkey water.
You ain't good enough to get fresh water. You can drink when the donkeys are done.
Bitch.
Not the donkey water.
Well, he was telling me that
Oh, wow.
the mango tree.
Yeah.
You hit your
I
against.
thought it was a papaya tree.
It's papaya.
It's the papaya
Oh yeah,
tree.
other Grant got me messed
I
up.
don't even got
Yo.
a dick and I know that. Come on.
Yeah, so the papaya tree, you know, like they say if you beat your penis against it, and just hit it.
Strong.
It make it longer, you
Right.
know?
Strong.
Yeah.
And then you stroke it with donkey water.
That's called. I think that's called jelking. You can look that up. So yeah, what's good, everybody? How y'all doing? I'm glad to be here. I feel like everything's working appropriately. I'd like to say we ain't gonna really know until really shit gets popping a little further. But
Yeah. We're here.
People really don't do that shit, though, do they?
Yeah.
Some.
I remember back in the day. Oh, I remember Forest Park. There was them two Jamaican cats. I can't fucking remember their name for the life.
Kamar?
of me. Yes. Yo, he was fucking around in art class one
Kamar
day.
and O'Neal.
Yeah, yo. So we were fucking around and
First name was O'Neal?
Yeah.
yeah.
Poor kid.
Those are the first
What
two
did
Jamaicans that I ever like met and interacted with.
Nah.
Yeah, like well, outside of Wayne and fucking Leonard and them, but like
What did you say?
outside of them, I don't count them.
Why?
I don't know. They're probably mad as fuck at me
Hell
right
yeah.
now, but like
I'm surprised your phone.
Wayne's probably watching right now, huh?
I'm surprised your phone ain't ringing.
Let me put my shit on vibrate.
What did he used to say though? He used to say he was like, he say curry goat something would make your dick strong. Like he'd say it. I was like, what about women? He was like, buffalo wings.
Nah, he was fucking around.
Yeah, he was funny as shit though.
They were dead ass serious too. They were real.
Yeah, they was
Because they were like grown while they were kids.
pretty much. And I don't think they've only been in. They were only in the States for like a year, like not even a year, and went right to school.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
They got deported?
Nah, they're probably still here.
yeah, you got deported from Jamaica into America.
For real?
No.
It's not how.
No, I know that's not how it works.
But-
Like, what happened to them? That's reversed.
Yeah, they came back. They were actually 27 in 8th grade.
They were like 27 in 8th grade. They had gold teeth and all types.
Yeah, they was already balling.
They were grown.
He said buffalo wings.
I
That shit-
didn't even like realize. Like I'm thinking about it. I'm like, oh shit, them niggas was like 30. We were in 6th grade.
Yo, I was so naive too with like.
I'm serious. They were like already grown.
And I for whatever the reason, like I fucking like I love those dudes. Like those dudes are fucking
Yeah.
hilarious dudes.
Good energy.
Yeah, they're good peeps, man. And they I don't know, they had it to a point too where it's like all the chicks at Forest Park were all about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, they is cool cats. Man, we got a bunch of shit to talk about tonight. All different types of topics. We got we're gonna do at some point a little skit as well. I got some bad dad jokes.
Yeah.
I got a couple. And anybody else that knows one could throw one in.
I know no dad jokes.
So-
Only got dad hats.
So I'll pull up a list there, but there's this one in general that had me fucking dying.
It's like what makes it a dad joke?
'Cause it's just like obviously bad joke, but it's so bad that it's funny. Like generally speaking, it would come from a dad. You know what I'm saying? Like
So it's so corny that it's
so corny that it's funny, but some of them are actually like fucking hilarious. But still, some of them are so bad. Like I watched skits where they were trying to see who could make each other laugh, and the jokes were so horrible, but yet they were fucking dying like every single time because the jokes were that bad.
Yeah.
Like this isn't a great example, right? Because I'm gonna say good ones for later on. But he was like, what does a Jamaican pirate say? Everything's Ari.
that's a disgusting.
It's so
dad
bad, but it was fucking like the dude
Yeah.
started dying laughing.
It's a giggle moment.
And especially when you're trying not to laugh. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I figured we'd do some fun. Oh, well, good to see you, Dill. How's everything? Man, I haven't seen fucking Will forever. We used to sling cars back in the day.
Cut it out.
He actually used to sing and shit too. He has some pipes on him.
Not a singer. This one sings. Be trying to hide it.
Oh, word? Let me hear a high note. Hit a C sharp right now.
Not a sheet.
And like when this is over, you could like she can hear shit in beats that most people can't hear.
That's what it is.
Yeah, like she's really dope with that shit. She be fine.
Thank you.
Yo, I'm not
It's okay.
trying to
It's
big
okay.
you up.
No, it's okay. Don't. My head is already big.
Yes.
Big up yourself.
Do you like to broaden your horizon musically wise, or do
I
you?
listen to everything except for metal and rock because I can't get past the screaming.
So there's not all metal screaming.
It's okay.
Yeah, I would say because you have stuff like Metallica, for instance.
Yeah.
You will not hear them screaming like that.
My
at all.
youngest sister is like the whitest black person I've ever met, and she listens to that type of shit.
So I will say this: like good metal bands, pass the singers, because even though like I like metal and I like screaming, some of it when it's just constant screaming throughout the whole song, it's a
Yeah.
little too much for me. But it's the closest to classical music. If you listen to the notes and how they're playing, you won't get a genre that's as close to classical music. Like the way they orchestrate shit is phenomenal. But Metallica, like these guys were making legendary shit as 18, 19-year-olds that like considered their album Master of Puppets is actually, I think, like considered like a national treasure in a sense for like the statement that it made, and you know what I'm saying, how successful that it was and the impact on the culture and shit.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? There's no other like really anybody out there for the most part that's got. I can't say that because I don't know that for a fact. But there's very, very few that are like have that kind of a status. And I'm not necessarily saying Metallica is the greatest metal band ever.
Who is the greatest?
I would say for just like thrash kind of classical metal, I guess I would consider them, even though I'm not the authority on this. But probably would be a Metallica. But if you talk about like new metal, early Korn, like Deftones, Rage. Rage Against the Machine, and then I also like Pantera. Pantera's fucking dope as shit. I like Pantera because when they were like really like on the scene heavy, rock music went towards that grunge avenue, and a lot of it was like emo-ish, like, you know, depression and shit like that. And no shade against that in itself, but you went from 80s rock that was all like girls, 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 and all about fucking partying and drinking and getting fucked up. If anybody's ever watched The Dirt about Motley Crue, I think it's called The Dirt, if I'm not mistaken. It's like a movie mockumentary, I guess, kind of like on their whole shit. You see just how crazy bands were in the 80s. But anyways, right, I digress. And then from there, it turned into the grunge scene, which was Nirvana and like all these other bands.
I love Nirvana.
I mind you, I'm not saying I don't like Nirvana. Don't get it twisted. It came a lot more like sentimental, sensitive, and like
more emo rock, right?
Correct, right? But Pantera, and like because of that though, white people also like, I don't know, that's like the beginning. Like you had like metalheads and like shit like that in the 80s were kind of like, if people seen those, they're like, yo, stay the fuck away from them. And then rockers in like the 90s became like almost like pussy and shit because they were so emotional. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just saying the general consensus. Pantera though, they were just like, no, I'll still punch you in your fucking face.
Yeah.
And they have songs talking about shit like that.
Let me ask you a question. Like how like with us, because naturally, I don't want to say we were taught to stay away from that. There was just always a divide because it was always associated with devil shit, right? Where do you think that music got skewed and put into that box? Like what group or what happened that caused that transition to where it looked like devil worshiping music?
So I think one of the first two people that kind of, even though they weren't Satanist or worshiping Satan or anything like that, but kind of still portrayed it in a sense and shit, was Alice Cooper and Ozzy Osbourne. You know, they were like the first to kind of embody that shit in a sense, right? And or get that stigma about them. And then as time like progressed, rock was about black leather and, you know, spikes and this and that, right? And again, I can't say I know everything here. Someone can school me in the comments. I have no clue, right? But from what I know, most of the shit was actually about war and propaganda like that, and you know, corrupt governments. You know, that's really the message they was talking about. Not actually anything to do with worshiping Satan and shit.
I think this dude's here. Hold on.
Judge. I think that was cast against them to make them fucking like an enemy of the state in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
So for like Kiss, right? Knights in Satan service, right? It's a little extreme. You know what I
but
mean?
if you listen to Kiss,
well, I'm not gonna listen to it.
I'm not a big fan of Kiss, to be honest with you. But Kiss themselves though, they're not really hard like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're like fucking, one of their biggest songs is I wanna rock and roll all night. There's no satanic fucking lyrics in really most of their shit.
It's
I
just
can't
a portrayal.
say. Yeah, I mean it's just really the image. You know what I'm saying? I think, and it sells. It's just like sex sells, drug sells. You know, that kind of gimmick. In that time, sold. You know, I think it was all about being rebellious. That's really what it was all about. It was not about Satanism and shit itself. But just like signs nowadays that started off from paganism have now been portrayed as Satan signs. Like for what was Baphomet? No,
Baphomet.
Yeah, with the. Which is supposed to be
above,
so below, right? Yeah. That's now, if you see that, people are automatically assuming Satan sign. It's not what it is. It's not what it came from. So now has people taken advantage of that? Most certainly, and or misused it and kind of rode with it. So now it has that identity, definitely. But that's not where it stems from. That's kind of like the same thing with metal in a sense. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
So it was more a negative stigma. Not for all of them. Some of them were up to no good, but for most, it comes from being a rebel.
So let me yes. So and let's look at it like this. Let's combine it with something that's more current day, right? After Lil Wayne kind of topped the charts for a while, and then all of a sudden he was coloring his dreads different colors,
turned
coming
into
out
a rock star.
Right, coming out in leopard print shit, and what ended up happening, right? It changed the masses. Now all of a sudden, all the younger rappers coming out were all tatted up all over, face, whatnot, wearing different clothing than what we were ever used to, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just kind of what the image and what sells, and I'm not saying nobody just doesn't identify like that, and that's why they're doing it. But it's all kind of wrapped up into one in a sense. But it's definitely used. So it's pretty much like, hey, you think I'm this. And if it's going to get all this mass attention, fuck it, I'll use that to my benefit to actually portray my real message. You know what I'm saying?
So now, in your culture, what music could you guys say, or what artist could you guys say that would be associated? Who's the rebel of y'all culture musically? Like, who could be looked at? I already know who you're gonna say because I just really.
It's a giveaway.
Yeah.
You gonna say Marley?
Nah, it's
Marley was the revolutionary then.
Yeah, all-time revolutionary Bob Marley, you know.
Because no one was really singing about. Didn't he break off from the way rhythm and like whatever was around at that point? No one really got on a more political level and shit like Marley did.
Yeah, the thing is, you know,
Peter Tosh.
the way
Which is all. It doesn't Tosh. Didn't he fuck with Marley hard?
the way how Bob Marley's music came about, you know, it took him 7 years of writing because he was a carpenter first.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand that to be a carpenter is a very patient skill. So his music would ultimately go further because a person who takes longer to prepare is a person who will last longer in music.
Mm-hmm.
So his music was revolutionary and one of a kind, and still in his own, you know, he's in his own league to this day, you know.
Was he embraced right off the bat by like not necessarily the masses? I just want to say, what Ed, I see your comment. We're in the middle of a conversation, but I'll definitely hit you up, man. Or email marvicimedia@gmail.com or contact@marvicimedia.com. My bad. So I'm just trying to engage with chat
Right.
more,
It's that part.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the one thing. I remember watching a documentary on Bob Marley, and I feel like what I remember is like at first, like the government itself and news outlets and so forth weren't really fucking with him like that. The people were, but he wasn't really nationally embraced like that by like all tiers of the Jamaican population.
Well, in all population, you have, you know, the ruling class and then you have the fooling class. You feel me? So, you know, you have people who are ready for the change and people who aren't ready for the change until other people start to, accept it and see where it's going. So, Bob music was revolutionary. It wasn't for the politicians. You know, it wasn't against the politicians, you know, contrary to popular belief. But it was rather for the population of all countries. You know, Zimbabwe, you know his famous album Zimbabwe, Exodus, Movement of the People, all of that. So revolutionary, back to the topic, revolutionary was Bob for the Rastafarian community. You know. Dancehall, it was, you know, Daddy Uri at the time, and you know, man like Alton Ellis and, you know, Gregory Isaacs, Josie Wales, you know, coming forward now in new dancehall, you have, you know, late 90s, early 90s, Buju Banton, you know, Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, you know, Shabba Rankin, great Shabba Rankin. Shabba Rankin was so, you know what I mean, influential that people start fucking up their own hairstyle to look like him.
I will say, I hear one of the fathers of Jamaican music. Like, I don't know necessarily what. I can't say I know the different genres of most Jamaican. I know like rhythm, dancehall, and so forth, right? But what is it, Morgan Heritage?
All right, so Morgan Heritage,
who also lived in Springfield.
Yeah,
right
here in Springfield.
I've done business with them.
Yeah, Rooster fuck with them heavy and Proudra and all them.
Actually, Shot by CL is one of their sons. The videographer that's out here.
Yeah,
he did our first video. So shout outs to him, CL.
Yeah, that's dope. So I believe that the artists that are more influential are the ones who stood out to the people, you know, and stood out in front of the people too, you know. So, you know, even Cartel, a lot of people share mixed views on him, but is a very...
He is a movement.
He's a money.
Cartel is a
figure.
movement.
Yeah.
You know, he's different, you know.
No.
But
because where he was coming from, you know, if you watch even earlier videos, he was even disrespected by Buju Banton when he just came out. You know, he was on the stage trying to, you know, perform. He had one hit song at the time and was trying to perform, and Buju was like, "Come, you're taking too long to sing your part." And Carter was just, hold on, Buju. And it's like, give me that bumbo clad, and just took the mic from him, you know. So persons who are young will always relate to the young that's disrespected. So was Bob at the time, because a lot of people say Bob eerie and look like a very ancient man. He didn't. When he died, he wasn't even 35.
How old was he?
He was like 33, 4.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So, you know, he had the same occupation as Jesus, a carpenter.
No, not Jesus.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Jesus was building and using hammers too.
Son straight is a
he took after his stepfather.
Yeah, you know.
Stepdaddy.
Joseph, you know.
Joseph.
The real daddy. The real daddy.
Daddy Joe
It's
is
actually
crazy.
Joseph.
The real
Stepdaddy
daddy.
Joe Jackson. Yo,
Ah,
chill.
that's the real daddy.
That's the
Get in there and sing.
Plot twist.
So was Michael Jackson Jesus?
The plot
Nah,
thickness.
He said he. Who said he?
He
Not
can't
that
save
ass.
me.
Yeah, he moonwalked across water.
Yo.
Wow, the
Y'all
plot
can all dip by
thickens. I mean, would you let Jesus piss on you?
Hell yeah.
Depends on the scenario.
Jesus could pee on me.
All right, depends on the scenario.
You let Jesus pee on you too?
So again, depends on the scenario.
What scenario could it set?
Let me boil
Oh,
it
yes,
down.
please.
Right, so I'm not Christian, right? I'm spiritual, but I don't conform to organized religion, right? That doesn't mean that I don't acknowledge Jesus as a divine prophet and so forth, right? Who am I to say he's not? So if there was a proposition that we can end world hunger if Yosef ben Yahweh had to pee on you,
You'll be the savior?
Joseph and
I get pissed
Yahweh?
on to stop hunger.
It's a twofer.
Global hunger.
It's a twofer.
You know, it's because you're not talking about necessarily, like, we're not individualizing area. So I'm like, sure.
Like on some R. Kelly shit.
Nah.
So you're saying
So you're saying if you could save the world, end all diseases, or something like
situational.
that, something
It's
that
situational for
benefits the world,
Nah.
right? And Jesus is like, I just gotta pee on your leg.
I'm sorry, I can't get pissed on.
I don't think Jesus would want to piss on anybody.
I don't
Yeah.
think
That's
so
what
either.
I mean.
but that's not the point.
No, the point is, I don't care who the guy.
I just want to make a disclaimer. I didn't come up with this subject.
You know?
I know you're all looking at the white guy, but like I got some kind of
He
piss
said,
fetish.
clear me. We've taken enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't worship Satan.
No.
Not
No.
Satan.
But no, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would do it without saving.
It would be the new level of.
I can't just get
communion,
peed on to get peed on.
But check this out, you know.
yo. Take a sip of the piss.
Which
So
one
now
is
you're
worse?
taking it to a new level.
Which one is better? Which one is worse, you know?
To get pee on or get peed on?
No, to get pissed on or to get spat up on, you know? Because he did spit in that manner, you know.
So I think that's contextual, right? Because if someone spit on you deliberately, that's like there's almost no higher form of
Okay,
disrespect.
wait.
But
He
it's
didn't spit on the guy though. He
What?
spit.
oh, you're
in
talking
the
about
mud.
a particular.
He spit in
Oh,
the
there's an actual.
Yeah, there's an actual story.
It's
It's
context.
He spat up on the dirt, you know.
Who did?
Jesus.
Christ, you know, and he rubbed it in the
Mixed
man
the
eye
dirt.
and
Rubbed it in his
Rubbed
eye?
He
yeah,
was
and he
blind.
started seeing
and he
it
could
again,
see.
you know.
So you're telling me
It's in
like
there.
an old like
I know he killed
like
some
wives'
blindness,
tale, like we spit in this dirt, we make mud.
How old is this?
I don't think that's. She's saying it's actually in the Bible.
No,
In
that's
the
what I'm
Bible.
saying.
It's a story in
Like,
the Bible.
it's a fable.
No, it sounded like Jesus made Jesus was just like,
Oh,
I
yeah,
could
the
probably
prophet.
I could probably just cure your blindness, but let me spit in this mud
Let
and
me
rub it in your
try.
eye.
Let me try. I heard this works.
Right. My dad told me.
Did he find that on YouTube?
I think that is what they call
It was, what would it be back
divine
then?
body fluid,
YouTube?
you know?
I don't know.
Divine body fluid?
That's
Yeah.
exactly
YouTube.
That's a good one.
Yo, he said YouTube.
I don't know if it's actually bad or not.
Yo, he said
with it.
YouTube.
Yo,
He found that up on YouTube.
www.youtube.
Click right away.
this guy.
Yo, you know you own that website now, right?
Copyright.
Fuck. No, I bet it's already owned by Jews.
It's not.
Or the
They would
Spaniards.
never do that.
The Spaniards.
They might do it just
YouTube.
nah. So so I will say, motherfuckers are smart. They might buy that shit just so someone else
Yeah.
can't buy it to use it.
I own
against
a couple.
Them. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Kanye,
You would.
look it up. Get on that, good brother. It ain't too late. You can get it
YouTube.
all back. YouTube.
Kanye got to chill. But listen,
Nah, Kanye could get it all back.
That could be
right
his
with that one
platform,
right there.
right?
That could be his.
Yo,
own
there is a YouTube.
Get the fuck out.
I'm literally on it right now.
Is it? Do they have the curls?
It's not. They're showing some shit in like.
That's the
Do they
wall.
have yarmulkes?
No, that's the weeping
Nah, I'm
wall.
not going that deep into it, but
does
do they have?
Does it show their?
You can't upset the Jews.
Does it show their
What?
Messiah?
what they did to
toddler
Kanye.
running from
What are you
Jerusalem.
gonna do?
Different articles and videos. Virtual
gonna
360 tour of Jerusalem.
I don't own enough
on
for
the
them to take
podcast.
me down.
Don't shut this whole.
Jews talking about Jews while eating. This looks like it's maybe a mock site. High priest.
So
bless
you
the
know we
Jews. Maybe
can't
not.
we
I
cannot
don't know.
disrespect the Jews. You know.
No, definitely.
Who's disrespecting
No,
the Jews?
but we can.
The Jews are us.
We can say fuck you to the Jewish people.
Nah,
We're
that's
Jewish.
we can't diss
We're
our
Jewish,
culture.
right?
No, they're Jewish. We're Hebrew.
I will say this.
I'm Jewish.
I'll say fuck you to anybody that
I'm
is
literally
not
Jewish.
about what they're claiming and then using it for self.
He doesn't know what he is.
You know what I'm
That's why
saying?
he's taking offense to it. I'm
That's
taking
right.
offense to it.
Taking offense to
I'm
what?
Jewish.
Huh?
I'm Jewish.
You doesn't know. You talking about I don't know? You think I don't know about the original Hebrew?
No, are you Jewish?
No, I'm not Jewish. At least that I know of.
Right, that's what
I'd
I
have
said.
to
You
take a
don't know. That's
23
all
and
I
me.
said, is that you don't know.
For all I know, I could be a 30-second
I was
fucking
speaking to-
Ethiopian.
Right. You might be Jewish.
Actually, if we all spawn back to the same gene pool, then we all everything.
Yo, I'm telling you, I saw a commercial with a black guy with a yarmulke, and the two children, they had yarmulkes on too, right?
Look at Shine.
But they were Asian, and then the wife looked white.
But if the mom is a Jew,
I don't know
you're a
the
Jew.
Asian thing's gonna work.
My nigga, I'm telling you, I saw a picture of it.
No, I
That's why
believe
I mean, mind you, I think at the end of the day, like Catholicism and shit like that, anybody could be anything. You just can't claim to be Israeli, like, and get into the homeland. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't actually have blood, that's as far as you can do is worship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go back.
Why are I believe.
I could
do
be
we
wrong
have
about
any Jewish friends? Well, we got one that's half.
I have a few.
So you do?
Not that's in our
Like
circle.
I'm, and this isn't sarcasm. Like I need to know why their religion is a race.
All right.
Look.
So
Look, I wasn't joking.
Like, what are we
I don't
doing?
think
I
they
don't even believe that.
So-
no, you
listen.
don't want to see it?
I don't want to see Asian Jews.
No, the black guy with the yarmulke?
So, but
I
I'm
feel like
saying,
that's a mockery.
Look at the rapper Shine.
crazy.
Look at the rapper Shine. When he got out of jail, he was.
He's a Hebrew,
Yeah, true that. But
Yeah.
I guess.
and he's
yeah.
a black man. Like that works.
But he was rocking like you see Jewish people up in fucking like Upper Forest Park.
Yeah,
with the curls and shit like that. That's the way Shine was looking.
all right.
Yeah.
Whether
So, personally, you know, all fun and joke aside, I believe that anything that try to, you know, dissuade the happiness of anybody or anybody's opinion, it should not even exist. Jewish, Rasta, Christian, anything that decide that it should stand in the way of human development and happiness on an equated level should not exist. You know what I mean?
Just kill 'em
I'm
all.
more apt to
kill 'em
follow
all?
somebody that got a title like that was never looking for it, like Haile Selassie. He wasn't looking to be no savior or anything like that. He was given that.
He was anointed.
Selassie was a different human being.
Yeah, no,
But you know what I'm saying though? Like he wasn't looking for the fame or anything like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? He was just given that. So that's somebody I can respect. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that I could follow.
Likewise.
You know, he's the only king that had the title Kings of Kings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was the king.
Well, that's not true.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
If you
I think
Google
in the more modern
Who
day.
had it first?
If you Google it right now, you'll see that the queen and her husband
Wasn't
bowed
Gilgamesh though the first to be the king?
No, King of Kings. You say Gilgamesh?
Kings
Yeah.
of Kings.
I don't think he was called the King of Kings though. Good look
You know
it up.
what? I'm just gonna type the King of Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
see who pops
if you put Kings of Kings,
Jesus is popping up first. I can tell you that now.
yeah, you're gonna see the lace frontal Jesus. You
Not the
know?
white man.
So you have
Did you
to
say
do
a
that.
laced front?
Well, Jesus wasn't white.
Jesus was the
Did you say Jesus with a lace
with
front?
a lace frontal with that got to be
Oh,
glued thingy going on?
Got
you
to
know?
be glued.
So first that pops up actually is
Three Kings
King
Day?
of Kings is like a band.
3 Kings Day?
Hillship War Song
3 Kings Days next?
or Hillsong Worship. King of Kings is a movie.
Hillsong worship
Yeah.
is a gospel. So that
Uh,
would make sense.
Bring up the images and see what you see, right?
I think you're gonna see mainly the movie and the band.
Let us see.
Let me see. Hold on.
It's lace front.
Passion of the Christ right there.
You see in the lace front,
Yeah, I was gonna-
Jesus.
How could this shit kills me? I wish I can show people on the fucking website, but that shit kills me. Like, how the fuck could Jesus look like that?
I can
he
Coming
looks like
from
you.
where he came from. But exactly.
He has the
So
same color beard.
how the fuck could he look like that though? That makes absolutely no sense.
You know of the powers
I'm
of
glad
the,
you recognize it.
I've been recognized that shit.
No, I know.
Because people
you
that
know the
look like
powers
him
of
own
the
the
Caesars,
publishing.
right?
People like
Understandable.
him own the publishing.
Understandable.
I'm done.
I mean, everyone changes the narrative to fit their own shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, not everybody, but
Yeah.
a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? But That shit just, I feel like even if I was back in the day, I'd still be like, y'all realize it came from the Middle East, right?
But
But they couldn't put a face to it.
You'd be a little dingy, a little dusty.
I'd be mad dingy.
The description they gave is not that though.
That Jesus,
They made
that Jesus would die from
This is some
sunburn.
AI shit.
Just a scoop of a crumb.
May I have some more?
Skin cancer.
No, he would die from every
Yeah.
fucking thing regarding UV ray burn him right through. You know what I mean?
Famished.
I'm not saying that I have anything against
Where the
him.
two
But
loaves and the fishes?
the way it came about.
No,
was
I have
very
something
perverted,
against that
you know?
version.
You see,
I'm not gonna lie.
it was-
I have something with that, the white version, because it's a lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, don't.
And that's the one they showed us when they were enslaving us.
Yeah, it was even before that, you know, because that picture is what you're looking at is
Well, before that
is the
is the
son
black
of a
ma-
pharaoh. It's a son of a Caesar
Oh,
who died in
Boro?
battle. Yeah, who died
I feel
in
like
battle,
even,
you know?
maybe not the more upper elite Romans, but I feel like even most Romans were darker than that because that's still Mediterranean. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Italians, like that are from Italy, unless you're talking about more northern, like Florence and stuff like that. But if you look like
southern is darker.
if you look at like pretty much from where the Mediterranean starts and down to Sicily and whatnot, they're all like almost could be Arabic looking.
Well, that's
you know?
because they're black. Because
Well, Sicily, I don't know how far it goes up the island. Supposedly, Sicilians are mixed partly when the Moors came over and shit like
Exactly.
that.
They'll
Well,
never
Prince Hen-
admit that.
Yeah, you know, the more
Yeah, they know.
Actually,
They don't admit
but
that.
no,
Yes, sir.
no.
they don't.
So mind you, they know. But go ahead and talk to a full-blooded Sicilian about it.
Can't
and
tell
they'll
them
probably get mad heated.
but they don't know their history.
No, it's not about them not knowing.
They don't want to.
They don't want to
want
hear
that
it.
They were pillaged.
They don't even want to be associated with Latins. And they
Yeah,
speak
you ain't got
damn
no
near the
choice.
same
You
shit.
ain't got no choice. You're a Latin
Like I
country,
literally worked with an Italian, and they would come in and speak Spanish, and I hear her. She was speaks
Como se dice?
Italian. No, they're using the same words, and she wouldn't
It
communicate.
pretty much
with them
is the
purposely.
same. Yeah, it's pretty much.
I'm
You
like,
have
they speak-
differences, but it's almost the same fucking language.
Yeah.
Just like French. Like you can see the similarities. It's just like the dialect has changed to accentuate
Right,
certain things,
right.
and you know. But no, it's just crazy. Like I play this game like whenever I feel like playing like a laid back game that I don't have to sit there and be all like, "Where's the shotgun?" It's called Crusader Kings 3, and it's dope because you're back in like 1000, the year 1000 and shit, right? And you're in Europe, and you can make or you can play the role of someone that's already existing through history, right? But if you, regardless of what you do, you start out and you marry off to trying to build alliances and shit like that. You start taking over the map as you have children, like your heir.
Oh, legacy over love.
Yeah, it depends on the scenario, though. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how you want to play, right? But when you die,
Incarnating history.
your heir takes over, and you start now playing as the heir. So you can literally be playing this game for mad long and be 8 generations down to fucking shit. But it's crazy to show how
Oh, that's crazy.
it's super dope, yo. And and then you start like mixing, try to like breed this type of like fucking character to make your every single coming character stronger than the last if you have that opportunity. So you
what
marry
are the
off the
graphics
different
like?
areas. The graphics are dope because it's a more current game, but it's not like when you set your army off to fight another army, you're not going down to the battle. You just see your little dudes on the map. You know what I'm saying? And you position them, and then the enemy comes here, or you attack their city to take it over. So that's the only thing. If you're looking for action, it's not an action game. It's a strategy game.
Does your character look like you?
Actually, you know what? I almost never sometimes I make my character look like me. Most of the time I don't.
What are you, a
about
black
this
guy?
one?
It depends on what area I start
Have you
with.
ever made a black guy?
Yeah.
I made a more blacker guy, yeah.
No, what about
More
this one?
black-
More blacker.
I can't say it was like, even though you could play from parts of Africa, I didn't make them like Onyx.
No, in
You know what
any
I'm saying?
game. Yo.
No.
But darker than Justo. Justo's not dark enough when I play a black guy.
Yeah.
Has to be- has
That's
to be
the
darker.
pause that you be talking about.
So that was
Pause is
hilarious.
gay shit.
No. Pause got to be for anything if you have pause.
Actually, you know what? I
He
kind of
just said- he
I
said
agree with Justo.
He said he's not as Onyx. He's not Onyx. Like not that black.
Yeah, that's
blackish.
So when someone's from like,
It's blackish.
so when someone's from an African country where they're dark skinned black, like what would you say to describe that? Because obviously there's
personally,
yeah, or just anybody. Because there's obviously different shades, just like there's different shades of almost everything out there, except for
funny.
pale white
I've
people.
never even thought of
there's
that.
only
I don't
pale
know.
white people.
There's not. There's
If
even
you're
light
like
skin and dark skin.
No, okay.
No,
Can't say
but there's
too black,
no. There's
but
nothing
there's
in
people
between.
who are
There's either
so
light skin or
black.
dark skin.
There's people that are so black, like they're purple-ish. Like
But you would
Who's
never
that dude?
say
Jason
that.
Blackson.
No,
No, he goes, people tell me I'm so dark that I look like under the bed.
No, Michael Blackson. No, he was
Michael Blackson, that's what it is.
Michael Blackson.
Yeah, but I'm like, I've never thought about that. I don't think that we ever get into a position where we have to describe the shades of each other.
I don't think we.
Because I've never thought of that. Like, I don't.
You'll just say this nigga's black
No.
as fuck. That's what you would say. Black as fuck.
You know,
As fuck is a measurement in our.
she ain't lying.
you know, being in this country, right?
That's,
That's one of the, one of the most, revolting fucking thing for me. Because back home, you get called what you are. So if you're fat, they call you fatter.
Tickas.
If you're thick or you as a woman, obviously,
Yeah.
they call you, thick as, and you get to call a fucking spade a spade. Over here, you get an harassment charge.
Yeah, you got to be PC.
So if you see a black guy and he's, extremely black, you call him blacker. And everybody in Springfield will know him as blacker because he's the blackest person in Springfield.
No.
You know what I mean?
but I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
if Frank was like,
Yeah, if you know John, describe him.
You
I'm like,
you don't want to
right.
know.
Right, if you're like, describe him. I'm like, all right, well, I personally would say the
Okay,
same shit.
so
I'd be
I
like,
know.
he's black
All
as
right,
fuck.
so I always
But I would say that with y'all because I know y'all know me.
right.
You
So
know,
I use
Onyx?
I said Onyx to fuck with y'all, obviously.
but I would use my shade.
If I said Onyx to strangers, I would
Oh, he's
expect
darker
to
than me,
possibly
lighter
get
than
punched
you.
in the
I don't-
face. Let's be real. If I said Onyx in front of people I didn't know,
if I describe
I know
just-
that might be tap dancing on a line to where I could get punched in the fucking face. You know what I mean?
They
Because
just
I don't
don't-
know what may offend people and what doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, they're just probably not into dark humor.
Another dad joke.
That actually is a good example. I'm gonna be real with you.
That was a good one.
Yo, I'm done, yo.
So that's one of the main things that I like about like doing like my homies doing this show is like we don't give a fuck about shit like that. Like if you're purposely being disrespectful, that's one thing, but otherwise than that, we just laugh about that type of shit. And I couldn't do this if we didn't have that type of outlook on shit. You know what I'm saying? A way of approach.
You see that right there is a reason why a lot of people visit country. Because we don't have black, white, and yellow, and pink, and Chinese. We don't have fucking time for that. We have people that want to live.
People that want
be
right?
the best. The
That's
best
actually the
of
Jamaican
themselves.
motto, though, right?
But hold on,
Many
shit.
want.
Out of
Yeah.
many,
You disagree?
One people,
I disagree because you know that there's a Chinese man down the street, and my grandfather, perfect example. We went to some Chinese restaurant one day growing up. This man was calling Ling Ping. You know what I'm saying? Like that was it. Like it didn't even give a fuck.
This shit is in Jamaica, though. If you said that to a Chinese person,
That's what she's saying.
It's whatever.
oh, I'm about to say because if they grew up there,
Mr. Chin is what.
I'm about to say he might be blood clot. You're like, yo, that Jamaican person or a Chinese person is a blood clot.
So that's what's interesting about that.
Asian Jamaicans are like the sexiest creations on planet.
Yeah, they're what? Those are coolies.
Yo, no.
Or what are they called?
They're not cool.
Coolies are like Indian people. You know, the black is virgin and the brown is virgin.
Right.
So you'll find that they're
Why
very
y'all call them
different.
that?
Coolie?
Coolie.
It's a derogatory
All right. So basically,
term. It's not.
Indian is a very
Proper.
respectful
It's like cracker.
title. You know what I mean? But when you call somebody coolie is an Indian that don't like to work.
Oh,
Like
Really?
just sit down on the back of his house and just
Oh, blue
Right.
blood.
smoke tobacco.
We call them blue bloods over here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
So
No?
they are not respected. You see, if you don't work hard overall, you're not respected back home.
well,
You know what I mean?
I mean, shit. I feel that way here.
Yeah.
Now, mind you,
Being white?
work. No. If you don't work hard, why you gotta be so racist? Jesus Christ.
I'm being racist. You just said I'm Onyx. No, I'm just playing.
And it's not my fault you blend in with the backdrop.
Yo,
Thank God there's white letters.
Yo, you know what's funny?
Is this Fred?
If you would have said that back in the day at Putnam, Sherwin would have fucking flipped out.
oh, I forgot about.
Oh no,
Sherwin.
you would have flipped out if you said that shit.
I think
Oh yeah, you were not right. You were not.
You ain't shit, Frank.
I forgot about him.
Nah, me and Sherman Mackel, he just Sherman got mad at me one time though. I don't know what it was. It was my fault though.
And it took about a half an hour for him to tell you why.
No. He was instantly mad.
I honestly think I would have to ask my people.
That's
but
fucked up.
but
Shout
I
out
think,
Sherman, man. I miss you, bro.
Then fuck that shit, Frank.
I think Sherwin put on a couple of my guys on certain things to wear, and then they brought that to my crew. To be honest, I'd have to ask them, but they were friends with him. That's how I knew him because they were in he was in their circle.
Yeah, Sher was always cool shit.
Yeah.
It's funny though. It's fucked up. Just
Yeah.
Nah, showing.
We used to all share clothes too. I didn't even know him. I probably had one of his shirts.
It wasn't that bad.
No, it was. Hell yeah, it was.
If you got him worked up.
No, when he got because when everyone gets on,
That don't matter though. He was getting all the shorties.
Oh, he definitely was, yo.
Yeah. All the shorties.
Nah, Sherwin's the homie.
Huh?
he knew how to get outfit together.
You said his name was Sherwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what his
Jamaican
name in
dude.
Jamaica would
What's
be?
that?
What?
Stammer.
What's that?
Stomach?
I would have laughed. You would have said Sherman or Sherwin.
Wait. What's that?
Stammer, you know, that's
he's
someone who stutter.
Oh.
You know, stammering on your words.
Stomach.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Stamma, you know.
I used to see him when I used to work in the clubs. I don't see him no more. I wish I would.
I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him in a hot minute.
Listen,
Nah.
that's the only type of people that Jamaicans aren't quick to fight.
They won't beat
People
him
who
up.
stutter,
They won't beat him up.
when they talk straight, they fuck you up quickly. Listen, your man be like, stop, fuck. Done, stop fucking me. Boom.
Yeah, you get beat
It
up.
always catches you off guard because you thinking that they're trying to complete a word.
You got your eyes all closed
Yeah.
trying to get the word out.
Nah, it wasn't
So
that bad.
Sherwin, no, he's blowing it out. So Sherwin knock you the fuck out. I'm like, yeah, boy, and what? Now what, motherfucker?
He said, no.
Sherman wasn't never a fighter, nigga. I don't give a fuck. What
Nah, I can't say I've ever actually seen him.
he definitely would
fight.
talk a lot of shit, but that nigga was not fucking up them creases in them khakis, nigga. Or
Nah,
stuff.
he was getting them
Them shit
shorties.
starched.
Nigga,
I'm about to say I never really seen him in the situation.
He was crispy. I'm not gonna
Yeah, I
lie.
was say I've
Fucking
never.
around. That nigga comes.
I'm glad we went to different schools.
Chaps me down. Like this nigga rock
Yeah, competition.
Polo. What was it? Ralph Lauren chaps? Chaps Ralph Lauren?
All of that.
Was.
Yeah.
Polo, like it was mostly
This nigga-
polo.
Nah, chaps was his shit though. This ain't come to school. The
Just
whole
polo.
outfit.
Anything that was in that
Whole
family.
outfit.
Anything in that family. But I'm almost positive. I'd have to talk to my guys or whatever, but I'm pretty sure because they went to Putnam. And I think that they was all trading clothes and doing all this shit. So when they came to my house and tried to trade, I had a couple of his pieces and yeah.
Hold on a second. Y'all continue.
But yeah, that's what's funny about that too, is how I don't know if Americans admit this, but a lot of fashion comes from you guys.
You know what's crazy? Like growing up as a Jamaican child in America, born here, whatever. But yeah, no, the clothes thing, you had to be crispy when you walked out that door. Okay, you had your play shoes, you had your church shoes, you had your school shoes. Do not mix them shits up.
Hell yeah, that's
Getting
what I like.
fucked up.
Shit, my mother may not have been white then.
You come out the house,
Nah, I'm
yo,
dead ass.
with
I had
your-
to come
with a
home and
shirt
take my
crushed.
school shoes
It's
off
over.
and put my play shoes on.
Yeah.
Let me catch
Yeah.
you outside my school shoes
Yeah,
on.
my
It was
mom made me
over.
trick.
It still grinds my gears to
It
see
was
kids like
over.
running around in their
See,
And
in their
everything
uniform
for
and shit.
everything, right?
Yeah.
Well, you see, a lot of. I'm not gonna just give Jamaica everything with the fashion. You see, Mr. T, highly
Yeah.
respected person in Jamaica.
Yeah,
Yeah, with
Oh,
the big
Mr. T.
with the big chin,
Yeah.
you realize that Shabba Rankin, Ninja Man, all of those,
They never pitied the fool.
no, they wore a lot of gold chains. You know what I mean? Yeah, so they took that from Mr. T in a sense. Back home, poverty will make you be very creative with the very little that you have.
I got you.
You know what I mean? So sometimes you have a good white merino, you have a shirt with a torn patch right here. But you just put it over here and cover that patch part, and you're just gone. You know what I mean? And the Clarks is the gold back home. No matter how many shoes you have, the Clarks will never.
And the
cheese
white
bottom,
Air
though.
Force.
It gotta be the
white
cheese
Air
And the
bottom.
white
Yeah,
Air
Air
Force.
Force,
In
yeah.
that red dirt, yo, I got fuck.
You know what's crazy?
I went and ran in
The
that
clay, it was like clay direct.
shit. Yo.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
man.
same shit they got in the
And
south.
it does. If you cannot wash, because we don't have any washing machine. Well, no, modern Jamaicans are different. You know what I mean?
You take the blue
have to
soap.
Get the blue soap.
Or with the washboard.
And no,
Not even.
washboard.
They're down by the river.
You know what I mean?
On the river.
That's why they knuckles be all rough.
Pon the clothes.
You said they do it like this, right?
Yeah,
He said,
That's why
pon the
the
river.
knuckles be
Pon the clothes.
I wish we had a washboard. It's your hand,
It's
yo.
a
You
sound,
running
you know.
that shit.
It's a sound of.
It's
a
how
sound.
coochie should sound. Exactly.
Well, especially if you always doing that shit, you get that rhythm down, like you know what you're doing. You know what I mean? Me, I'd fuck all my clothes up. Rip it.
But men don't wash clothes
You might
like
fuck
that,
up the
man.
first pair, but
Get used to it after a while.
Having a Jamaican parent,
Teach your ass real quick.
fucking up a good shirt.
Hell yeah, beat that ass.
You will hear about it, you know? Yeah,
You still gotta wear that fucked up shirt. Figure it out.
Pulling that hair, huh?
Let me give you the funniest thing about being Jamaican is going to school. You have to be at school. If there's a hurricane beside your school, inside your school, under your school, you better be inside that fucking classroom.
And your
You know what
uniform
I mean?
better be
I
crisp.
remember going to primary school. They call it, I don't know what they call it.
Well, the elementary.
private school.
They call it no, I don't know.
Like middle school, like grade 6 through whatever.
Elementary.
Grade 1.
Elementary.
Okay.
It's elementary.
Right, it's elementary. Yeah.
We call it primary school. And we usually sit in a bench like this, like 4 of us. And I remember the floodwaters would come into the classroom.
What?
Wow, really?
Yeah, you know, the teacher would be like, bring your plastic bags tomorrow to cover
No
your book.
shit.
And we'll sit in the classroom with the plastic bag tied up on our feet. Right?
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, seriously, and we'll be learning in the floodwaters. Yes, and I recall even when earthquakes would rattle the entire country. They would tell you go on at the desk, and as soon as the shaking is over, no infrastructural check, back to learning.
No infrastructure.
Oh, shit. So y'all learning in echoes and history at the same time.
Listen to that.
Niggas doing echoes.
They don't know it. They don't know it. You know
Ribbit.
I was
Ribbit.
like the last generation to get
Yo,
Echoes.
listen.
Oh.
yo.
When-
Yeah.
Were you really?
Yo,
I was actually going to ask if
that shit's
Echoes was
funny
going or
as
not.
I don't think they still do that shit.
Like, yeah,
It was
survival,
so
man.
much fun, you know?
Right.
It was so much
Echo?
fun because you didn't understand the level of resilience. That's called goal setting. That's why
Right.
I say, you know, a lot of people have mad respect for Jamaicans because we learn the hard way. You
Did
know
you
what
say
I mean?
Jamaicans?
Yeah, man, Jamaican.
Yeah, might as well cut out a syllable. Fuck it.
Yeah, man, our yard people.
I thought they were talking about him. I thought they were talking about the Jenkins.
That's what they wore during the flood days.
Yeah, man.
So
Jenkins?
did you finish school there? Didn't come here? Like how long have you been in the States?
Well, I was here, you know, in infantile stage because my father was back and forth, but he wasn't a man who left his child behind, you know. So I was with him, and then we moved back home, and I, you know, spent high school, college, everything back home.
Okay.
You know, the culture is rough, the terrain is rough, but the living you can't get that anywhere else. You know what I mean? You can't get that anywhere else. I think that the difference, you know, over there, people want to see you win.
Yeah.
It's still crabs
You-
in the barrel, but stay there.
But over here, people want to win at your
They
expense.
want to step on heads
You know what I mean?
in order to get there. Yeah.
And that's not how life is like, you know what I mean? Whatever is for you will always be for you.
Well, it's funny that you say that though, because one of the topics we have is there a dark cloud over Springfield? And I made the assumption if that's kind of what you were talking about in a sense, or were you just talking about it's like no matter what we have a dark cloud, like no one's ever gonna like someone the moment someone would make it, they'll get hit by a car or something. There's just like a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Is
So
that,
all of that, actually, all of the above, like where there's like, I constantly hear it. And me and Amani were talking today, and she was just like, yeah, I feel like there's just something over this motherfucker. Like there's something wrong. And I told her, I was like, we need to do some research, like dig into the history of this motherfucker and really find out what was happening here before time. Like, you know what I mean? The history, the research is there. We just got to research
You
it.
feel like something's wrong with here too?
I'm content. Like, I'm not content. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm cool with knowing that there's a problem, but I'd rather know that there's a problem so I know how to overcome it.
right? At least
That
you
type
know
of-
to be prepared.
That type of thing. And I think just because we're all knowledge-based people and people that like to learn and all that, I think it would be a cool project for us to like go out with cameras and like
So,
really like.
I think Springfield's problem is no one ever believes someone out of Springfield's going to make it. It's not that they're haters in a sense.
Well, we have people that made it. We got
100%
stumbles on URL.
Fuck.
And that, but who
people-
that's
not
made
only-
it made it to a particular genre. You know what I'm saying?
But we-
Mind you,
we
salute
have
to
sports
Stumbles. Like he's
players right
doing
now.
major things, dude. Like fucking hats off to you, dude. I knew from day one, dude was going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Sports players right now that make it out of Springfield.
But I'm saying like Springfield's still not one of those towns that's like known.
Right. So what she was saying was, how the fuck did we?
It's funny, we're known, but it's like we're the best kept secret. We're the worst kept secret.
Like you take no, but check it out. You remove Springfield, it takes away so much history and stops the world from turning. Like we got Dr. Seuss, volleyball,
We have concepts.
basketball,
We got the Springfield Armory,
Smith and
That
Wesson.
shit's-
Like if you remove that stuff, the world can't even turn.
George Washington walked these streets.
And so the fact that we have
Our
all
first
that
president.
history, and then we're not really
The hub for any
acknowledged.
of it. We're not the hub.
except for in a negative way.
We don't have NBA games here. We don't have like what's going on?
The reason
So
why
I'll say we're definitely getting a lot.
we don't have the infrastructure.
See, this is where if you were in the mic more, we would understand.
we don't have the infrastructure.
All you gotta do is
You can
pull
slide up. You can move the wires if they stop you from sliding.
We don't have the infrastructure for it. I see it.
The infrastructure for what?
for basketball games, pro games, and all that.
They should be building them. That started here. That's what we're saying. Like the fact that like,
There's no way possible.
what are you?
Remember, I was telling you.
They just built a whole casino. That could have been fucking bad.
Remember, I was explaining to you that land they're not creating anymore. So
Land?
our highway set. Is
Nigga,
the way
they
it is.
built MGM.
Our highway is set the way it is, right?
The highway is, yeah.
So that's what monitors the traffic coming in. So the flow isn't there, they can't house it here.
But you know it's crazy,
I
right?
feel like that's
so when they
bullshit.
induct someone into the Basketball Hall of Fame,
Mm-hmm.
and we have all these celebrities that are
100%
here
so.
in Springfield.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing?
I
We
mean,
can
they're
get them here.
No, that
But
no,
why aren't we
that's
keeping
different.
them here,
'Cause-
and making it a thing?
Because
You know
no
what I'm
one,
saying?
no
We
one's
don't
really
have-
doing much.
We don't have the housing capacity to host
I think that's bullshit.
a
Yeah.
real game.
I
So
think that's bullshit.
Like if you go to Boston TD Bank,
no, we
I-
definitely do.
no, I'm telling you, the seating there in comparison to MGM.
or Mass Mutual.
Yeah,
Or
we got the
Mass
match.
Mutual.
Yeah. So I mean,
Seating,
I'll
it's
agree.
not- it's
But
not
actually, I'll say the
livable.
TD Garden though. That shit's horrible. They built that shit up at like a fucking 70-degree angle.
But the
Like you feel like you're
seating there-
falling out of your
but
seat.
You could
seating there
capitalize
is
off
what
of
it
that.
is.
Yeah.
But I'll say this though, right? And not that I disagree with you because I understand what you're saying. But look at like Mohegan Sun. That's not a big theater at all.
Right.
Fucking, and they pull some big ass fucking shows there. I've seen.
Artist is different compared to a sports game.
Oh, but no, they've held Celtics games at
How?
Mohegan Sun.
It's way different.
They've had. I've seen two
have,
Celtics games at Mohegan Sun.
Mohegan Sun? Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
Positive. I bought tickets both times. I'm
from-
one
We're in-
because I've
in
never been.
attendance.
Correct. I've never been to Foxwoods.
For a game.
2 games
At Mohegan Sun?
at Mohegan Sun. 2 Celtics games.
Never heard of it.
No.
It's definitely for real. I'm not lying to you.
No, I'm not.
And it's not. And it's not even like a. I don't know. I'd know.
What are you saying?
From a business perspective, right? If there's limited seating, hike up those prices and capitalize off of that traffic. Boom, that's money coming into the city or going to whatever the fuck
The
to
comparison
promote
of the
whatever.
prices is what the problem is.
Fuck people.
No, I mean,
They're gonna
I
pay it
agree.
to see it.
I agree.
Courtside,
Like, if you go inside Mass Mutual Center, that shit really looks like a hockey rink. And UMass Memorial, UMass College, the college in UMass over in Amherst, their stadium looks a million times more extravagant than ours.
So they just had a game.
And they're a college.
What is it? Where was it? The Celtics versus the Brooklyn Nets just took place there November 28th. And it looks like they got Wizards and Celtics.
And where?
Mohegan Sun.
And what's the seating capacity there?
Oh, that I didn't.
but
look
that's
up.
not
That's
Massachusetts.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying
But
if
I'm
they're
saying
talking
all
about
that
there's.
money is going into
Oh yeah.
a whole other-
But look, I mean, we used to have more shit at the Springfield Civic Center back in the day.
But it
We
was
had
never
Led
on
Zeppelin there, like Matt,
Who?
Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, we can house artists here.
The problem is we do have a fucking dark cloud because every time a big artist comes here, there's always a fucking problem. Like Skid Row, it was a famous rock band back in the 80s. He threw a bottle because someone threw a bottle at him. He threw a bottle back in the crowd, hit a chick, got sued. Led Zeppelin played here back in the day, one of the biggest rock bands ever. It started fucking leaking on them and shit, and they almost got like electrocuted or some shit, or the crowd wilded out and they're like, we'll never play here again, walked off the stage. And 50 Cent got into that shit. Mobb Deep.
Trey.
When Prodigy got his fucking chain snatched.
I think you should do a RIP with that.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. It's sometimes I forget, because I grew up with P, man.
Yo, the
shout out
maximum
to-
capacity at Mass Mutual Center is 8,000 participants.
All right, I don't know what you're saying, but I know that we have money here that can build whatever we need to with us being the hub, or I should say the foundation of where it all.
So you know the dope thing with highways though is they're high, so they can go up. It's true. It's real shit though. If you look at a lot of cities, the highways like start going around buildings. You know what I'm saying? Where they need to, they can all of a sudden.
The tornado did it. That shit missed everything we needed it to hit. It missed the courthouse, the federal building.
Yeah, imagine if it just took out the highway all the way up, allowed us to rebuild.
It did
all
nothing.
That shit.
It hit all the most impoverished areas that needed.
Not downtown. It did because uptown it.
But
hit.
it passed the courthouse.
I know.
Do you think that was natural?
I know that's a part of the dark cloud. That's some spirits shit happening.
It's not like shit happens here that often, but
the shit was the courthouse was right on the path. It missed it. It like came off the water.
That's no conspiracy because the courthouse needs to get torn down. That shit's so old. It's like just was weird. In the news about asbestos or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Not long ago.
And then it flew up State Street and missed the federal building. Like, I'm done. Like, you destroying.
You had one job. Like,
yeah, get rid of all that shit.
Isn't the federal building itself still there? But that's the federal court, I thought.
I'm talking about the court.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
the federal court. The one that's up. The one where we shot the video in front of.
Exactly that. Yeah. Went up and fucked everybody who didn't have no money's house up.
Yeah, fuck my. I think it fucked my house up.
You know about persons seeding the clouds for rain, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, do you think that was,
cloud seeding?
The tornado.
So someone caught a video. If you can go on YouTube right now, someone caught the video of the shit forming on the water. Like, the shit's crazy.
So you know who lives under a black cloud? Tornado Valley.
Where the fuck? Tornado Valley
and like Oklahoma and shit like that.
I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, they get hit with them shits all the time.
But it's hitting everything.
Misses neighborhoods and shit.
Misses neighborhoods.
Yeah, that's the thing with tornadoes.
It's not
you never
hitting police
know
stations or nothing.
No, I'm sure it's taking that shit out. Yeah,
I've never heard of it.
No, there've been. Well, because do you really read Oklahoma news? Tallahassee.
I do not. I just find it.
Tulsa. I don't know.
Tulsa. Yo, you're an asshole.
Whatever's out there. Sorry, I'm fucking stuffed up.
Tulsa.
I'm getting stuff here.
I cannot. Out of all places, you choose Tulsa.
Oklahoma City. There we go. No, but I think Tornado Valley is like a combination of like states. Like it runs through different states. It's not just one. I believe anyways. But yeah, I mean these motherfuckers know that it's known for tornadoes, yet they still.
So I do know that there was like a massive amount of Native Americans or First Nation people, I'm not sure what they identify as nowadays, but where they were slaughtered.
Yeah, that's right there by Forest Park.
It was Forest Park. They used it. Hung the chief over the fucking highway before it was a highway.
It makes you think like what sacrifice was made to keep these people oppressed, keep us so oppressed. Because it's a mindset.
There's a whole neighborhood that my girl has this conspiracy of that's where the cemetery is because the whole neighborhood is built on slabs.
Where's this at?
In either East Meadow or Long Meadow. I can't remember.
Oh, I see. So we need to go. I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna be talking to old ass motherfuckers. No, what I'm telling you is like there's a whole. All right, you know where the baseball diamond is? 91.
Where there's a.
Yeah, you're talking about the big totem.
Yeah, where that totem pole is on the opposite side of that. That's King, whatever. One of the chiefs.
The chief that they hung.
Yes, that's the chief's area.
Yeah.
They dedicated that whole pavilion to him.
That whole pavilion.
Yeah, no, I'm dead ass. No,
I know.
No, but that whole.
But it's a mockery.
Deeper. Yeah. Like and then, like I said, like there's a whole.
But what do you really do at that point, anyways? You know what I'm saying? Like what's already been done has been done. So generations later, how do they kind of like?
So it's more of a.
That's just a genuine question. Like,
as far as the dark cloud?
No. Like if you, because this isn't the only area that's built over fucking First Nation tombstones, or you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, or whatever graves. That shit's happened throughout the whole fucking country.
Right. There's a church that actually has a whole cemetery in the basement in New Haven. They never even removed it. They never even removed it. The tombstones are still in there,
but
in dirt.
So, but I guess what I'm saying though is like when that happens, right? Like say back in 1750, right? Whatever the fuck it was, the original thing happened. I bet they built over in 1800s. Yeah, fair to say.
Yep.
When it's like 1940 now, after this shit's been done for decades now, how do you at least try to at least give honor to the people that you fucked over. You know what I'm saying? You really can't. So like
They're talking about these
so
funds that
should they not
creating
dedicate like areas and parks and so forth to
But they
these
didn't.
scenario? Well, no, I thought.
I don't feel.
They're talking about these reparation funds that go out to families if you could prove that you were part of something that went on in the prior years. I don't see that shit really justifying or rectifying.
Oh no, it definitely doesn't justify. There's no doubt.
They gave them casinos though, so they're good to go.
Not all.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe in this area.
They're in business.
No. I'm saying if you go out like Midwest and shit like that, there's a lot of reservations where they live like shit.
I'm not talking about reservations.
You
I'm
don't
talking.
have to go that far though, because even in North Carolina, you know what I mean, I was living out there for a minute. You know, probably
I'm saying that there's.
And I would have realized that, you know, they got casinos for themselves. But giving somebody something as a token and giving them some money and shitting on their culture, you know what I mean? And because they might have, you know, kept track of time. Well, let's say that 400, 500 years that's gone already, plus probably 1,000 years before that. They've been there. They share a lot of, you know, sentimental values. You can't put a price on sentimental value. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, fuck repatriations, man. Give the people them back their places. You know what I mean? At least a mass part of it. And they work for it. You know what I mean? They work for it. We need to be honest people if we think we're going to make, you know, this world a better place. You know what I mean? And all the other people, they're comfortable with benefits coming from destroying people's lives, but I'm not. Fuck it. I'll help them get it back. Yeah.
Yeah, well said. I think with that, we're going to go to a break real quick.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then we got a bunch more topics to talk about. I'm still hanging in there.
Knock it off.
Yeah, I'm still kind of fucked up.
Boo-hoo, that stuffy nose, taper. Temperatures off the Richter.
Off the Richter.
96.7.
Heard about earthquakes. All of a sudden, you found the Richter scale.
Right. And tectonic plates.
Yeah, all right, we're going to break. We'll be right back.
Oh, Abby.
You said dudes was dying, and I just keep rhyming like Travis. What you said? Yeah. That's exactly what I said. What was the ball? Yeah. I said he's dying, I keep rhyming like I'm Travis. Bro, that was like a ball. I wish I said that ball in my mind. I swear to God, that's like a flex ball. Like, that's like a viral ball, bro. You gotta record that and put that on something like that. Oh yeah.
Hey, yo, son, this nigga bumped his head.
Hey, yo, they got the streets locked off. Cause another brother's dead on the streets. Like you might be the bigger nigga. Remember, there's always a nigga that's bigger than you. Keep on popping off, boy, I'm warning ya. The shells gon' make you hot like Florida. A couple cold bodies call a coroner. I hear you loud and clear, young blood, just warming up. They done woke up the sleeping giant. Some of my soldiers wanna be defiant, but that's what happens when you lead the lions. Or were you the Michael or the Jackson 5 and get the vision and it's perfect timing.
Gone.
Snakes in the grass and his back is diamonds. All these snakes be coming in different disguises. It's probably gonna be too late when you realize it. Fuck all that getting high shit, open your eyelids.
Wake up
and see shit for what it's really is. These crackers won't hesitate to give you 1,000,000 years. I'm reluctant to do something to get myself up in another jam. Fuck it, another scam. As long as you crackers know I'm in love with grams, they gon' try to get a crumb, but I ain't dumb. They used to dealing with stupid niggas and I ain't one. The pressure on my back weigh a ton. Son, don't make me knock your block off.
How you sweating with your head on the heat?
What you gon' do when it pop off?
Why you rapping just thinking shit sweet?
Hey yo, they got the streets locked off.
There's another brother dead on the streets.
Cause while you might be the bigger nigga, remember there's always a nigga that's bigger than you. With this rap shit. I'm surgical with this shit, nigga. You down there acting like a bitch, nigga. I know that seeing my success got you feeling really sick, nigga. They hate how I got my wrist lit up, so they hold grudges and act bitter. That's not being a winner. You ain't make this shit up. That's just something to consider. Besides the top spots, not something I wanna give up. The proof is in the pudding, like Cosby. I peel your wig up. Niggas looking goofy, I copy, I set the trends up. I'm somewhere tropical, smoking trees, and I got my limbs up. And a couple bad bitches, they asking to bring their friends up. Play with TOX in the caskets, where you gon' end up? Sent up, talking that shit like you big stuff. Oh, you big, huh? Just remember that you might be the bigger nigga. Remember, there's always a nigga that's bigger than you.
Hello?
This is the guest in 116?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Carl down at the front desk. We got a call and a complaint that you were taking all the ice out of the machine and throwing it at people that were walking by.
No, that's wrong. That is wrong.
Because a couple of people said they seen you specifically walk into your room, sir.
No. I ain't been doing that.
You did not grab any ice at any point?
No, I ain't been here all day.
You didn't try and put it down any girl's shirt, anything like that?
Lord, no.
Well, why is there
I
a
ain't
trail
been
of...
here all day.
There's been a trail of ice cubes leading to your door, my sir.
I haven't done it. I ain't been here all day, man.
Would you be willing to take a lie detector test if necessary?
Yeah, I haven't been here all day. I've been out at Troy out there on 29, out there at my buddy's pond fishing. I left there and went to my brother's house.
What'd you catch?
I ain't catching nothing. I caught one on a little bluegill and threw it back.
I'm about to say you weren't using the ice to pack anything you caught?
No.
Okay.
I bought a bag of ice. I bought a bag of ice this morning up there at the pit stop.
Okay, not here at our facility? Not here at our facility?
No, I ain't even been to the ice machine here.
Just so I can clear this up, sir, would you be willing to take a breathalyzer test to the phone?
A what now?
Breathalyzer test. We can do it right here on the phone. That way I can clear this up and let you get back to resting.
How do you mean you do it on the phone?
Easily. What you're going to have to do is just blow into the phone, and you want to hit *67.
Really?
Correct. All you have to do is blow for 15 seconds, and then I can clear this up and let you get back to rest, sir.
*67.
Correct. You must blow first.
Is this some kind of joke or something?
No, sir. I'm trying to get on with my night. I have to clean up my whole station down here and make sure everything's prepped up for the next shift.
Where are you at, in Troy?
I'm right down at the front desk, sir.
You're down at the front desk.
Correct. Yeah, he's giving me trouble. I just want to get on.
This guy is?
Yeah. Sir, can we just wrap this up, please?
Yeah.
Breathalyzer test?
All right, so you ready? Just 10 seconds, press *67, excuse me, and then we can wrap this up and I can stop harassing you.
So dial *67 first? Okay, I'm trying to find how to do this.
Yep, go ahead. Yep, *67 first, then blow.
Okay.
Can't believe you just did that, sir.
All right, for doing that, sir, and for being a nice guest and playing along, we're going to go ahead and comp your night for the next 2 nights. How's that sound, sir?
Hell, okay.
Yep, just kidding. Not really.
No,
You're getting kicked out.
We do a...
Yo. What's good?
Sizzle's coming.
Yeah, we is back. Before we get going, just want to make sure everybody likes and subscribes if I didn't put it up before, because I forgot.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm definitely. So we don't have to beat the subject to death, but in order for Springfield to rise up, we need to change. Like, we need to develop more that's going to attract people.
More
to come
development,
here, which I feel like we've done with MGM. Even though it's not the casino that all of us thought. If Springfield really wanted this shit to pop off, or be more attractive, though, they really should have been like, nah, y'all said
has this shit
y'all
always
said
been
tower.
called Springfield?
Yeah, it's
Bangfield.
Once it was colonized.
That was his old group, and that was my clothing line.
Bangfield?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Like, I still have shirts. He still got shirts.
Yo, like in high school, I used to make jokes and shit, and they used to call me the Bangfield.
What, last year?
For real?
Relax. Not the Bangfield Bomber.
The Bangfield
I'm not gonna
Bomber.
kill anyone, I promise.
Back from when it was the Springfield Indians. And
That's racist.
No, that's what it was.
So
that's the original team.
Right, exactly.
No, I get it.
So that's telling you something right there. So this was
whole
originally
area.
Yeah.
It's all like
And the Alcan-
native
the Alcan
First
Trail-
Nation, whatever.
The Alcan
inspired.
Trail is around here somewhere, right?
So if you go, you have obviously the Appalachian Mountains, right?
Yep.
The trail is like up at. It's actually literally called the
Going
Mohawk Trail.
towards Orange and all that. Right?
No. You got to go more towards like up 91. It's not Williamstown. Or is it Williamsburg? One of those areas. Like it's like part of the trail where you have access to the actual trail itself. But almost all the mountains we see are all like kind of like the trail off of the Appalachians. They're not directly the Appalachians, but they're pretty much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But the trail will bring you straight. You can take one trail to get through all this motherfucker.
Yeah, it goes right back up to the north.
And then what was the?
The fucked up part is the Appalachians used to look like the Rockies millions
and then
of years
there's a
ago.
history of like someone walking through this whole motherfucker too, right?
That could have happened. I don't know.
I can't remember what it was.
I think it was
called.
the Appalachian Man.
You know, it goes right back to the Smoky Mountains, right?
Smoky Mountains?
Yeah, they had a hell of a cough.
Cut it out.
This guy.
Can I have one of those?
Yeah, well, it goes all the way back down there. Living down there.
What do you want? Because he's clearly not listening.
Liquor.
You gotta be careful with this guy.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, so not to get off the beaten path, but as the world knows,
don't be spilling no shit on my
I
mixer.
wonder if we should wait for
DJ
Antar
fuck
for the
up.
gun and shit.
No, fuck Antar.
So
No, he's
Oh,
on
he's
his way.
coming.
I can't
But whatever
say.
that means for the African, that's 4 hours behind.
Does he consider it reparations?
Yo.
Let's ask him about it. So the thing about them, they kind of don't even care about like the shit that we care about here. Like, you
Oh, they
start talk-
definitely don't.
Yo,
they
they come
don't. You
over
start
here,
talking about
they
slavery, they're like, "What are you
dominate,
talking
yo.
about?"
They don't give a fuck.
Nah, I was here, boy.
They come over here, dominate, get engineering degrees, all type of crazy degrees,
Yeah.
and shit on here, and send their money back home.
Real Africans.
Yeah.
They're winning.
Like the Russians. The niggas work tax.
like
Who was it?
Russians don't fuck
Who
around.
was it?
Any immigrant
Ari
coming to
Spears.
America.
And they'll beat you up.
Oh, yo, he.
Yeah, Ari Spears was
Oh,
talking about
Russian?
African dude. He was
Yo,
just like,
Russian will
he's like,
knock-
fuck you. He was like, you lazy.
You motherfucker. Oh, that was Blackson, yeah, but. Aries
Yeah, he's talking about. He's like,
He might be here.
yeah. I bet that's when my dogs are barking at. Someone.
He's here.
Ivan-
He just texted me.
He did?
He's outside.
Ivan Drago. I'm
Drago.
gonna get Ivan Drago on Justin.
I must. What did he say? I must break you. I will break you. That's what he said.
Yo, I got a funny story. I should wait for him though.
Fuck him.
This nigga was yo.
Spicy.
So we went to a house. You know, he's always been a bully. You know that.
A bully is crazy.
So listen. So I go to a house party. He's like, yo, where you at? I'm like, I'm at this house party. So he shows up. I got a cup. Like, he came in with the cup. I got the cup. He's like, yo, give me some of that. I'm like, nah, get your own liquor. He said, nah, I want some of yours. So he snatches my cup. But what he doesn't know is I got a dude that doesn't know him. That's with me. Right? So this nigga's like 6'6". So
Who I know him?
Huh?
I know him.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do that right now because he passed away. But
gotcha.
yeah, so Justin was like, snatch the cup. I'm like, Justin, come on, you know what I mean? He's like, I know what. You're my brother, I can do what I want. No, you can't. Tap this nigga. This nigga turned because he was faced the other way. He turned around. Justin was like, like, you better get this nigga. Like, yeah. And they ended up, like, obviously I didn't let nothing go down, but they ended up working together later in life, bouncing or whatever. Yeah, that's crazy, right? But yeah, he's always been too much.
I believe that.
No, like, they used to have parties.
Or do you feel
We'd
that
be
way?
out in the
What's that?
Like, do you think that you're too much? I want to understand if it's like a white thing.
I don't give a fuck. So that's
So it's a white thing.
yeah. Because if I am. That's up to you to determine.
If you're too much.
If I'm too much, yeah. Because I'm
Sick man himself, who's not
Look
sick.
at you. You don't look sick at all.
Yeah, I feel you, brother.
That's Frank. That's
Nice to meet
Antar.
you, dude. I give you real dap, man, but I'm sick. as
He's
shit.
sick too.
All right. So here's
This is for you,
my
bro.
one person that can relate.
That's it.
Is it?
I gotta ask my mans, can I?
Yeah.
If you can still hop in on the convo though, if you sit at the boards.
Yo, you are hilarious,
Yo, I had to wake
Antar.
up, man. It wakes you up.
Sit down.
System, you know?
And you came in here smelling good. You were
I'll
up to
take a
no
little
good.
shot if you don't mind.
No, that's why you weren't here. You were up to no
I'll
good.
take a little shot. Just a little shot. Nah, I don't want to drink too much. If it's cool, just if you hit me up with just a little shot.
First experience in a podcast.
Thank you, brother.
Let's get this through it.
Oh shit.
You believe we should have reparations being African,
Welcome, African booty scratcher.
or is that something that like doesn't matter?
To me personally?
No, I know it doesn't matter to you, but I'm saying like with knowing the alleged history, right?
Alleged history for
Do
what?
you
What
think
are we talking about?
slavery?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Allegedly.
Great. This is a comfortable subject for me.
Of course it is. Colonizers. But listen,
I was in Italy colonizing people back then. You know.
You immediately went for that?
yeah,
Italy
I'ma
and
just stick to
Poland.
this.
My fucking family. Actually, you know what? I'm 15. I'm like 15 or 20% like Native, First Nation Native American. Even though I don't really know any of that family. But if anything, I was oppressed. Okay, my people.
Did you do the family tree thing?
Actually, my grandmother actually could have been like someone prominent on a reservation, but she fell in love with a Polish dude and stayed in Springfield.
Fucked everything up.
And lost like her proof to be able to do it the whole nine. I think like a rivalry happened with her sister, and her sister lived prettily in Enfield, like mad money, mad estate. Like we all lived in Springfield, so not in the nice neighborhood.
I gotta see the ancestry.
Yo, all right.
If it's that important for you,
I have a question.
You do the research.
Hold on.
Dude, literally, my grandmother is literally half Native and half French Canadian. Like, not mixed a little bit down the line. She was half. Like, my uncles. What's up?
I have a question, right? Before slavery.
Hold on. Before you ask this question, you know you passed up a check, right?
I don't think 15% qualifies.
I have more than that, and I've never got.
No, you said you had a quarter, right? You say your
No,
grandmother
I'm more like
was
15%. I'm 15%.
So your grandmother's 50.
My grandmother was 50. That means my mom was
a quarter.
Okay. And then I'm half of that.
So both my grandmothers.
So I'm twice
are 50.
removed.
On my father's side, 50. Mother's
Oh,
side.
right.
So you're a quarter.
That's a quarter.
Whatever that is.
You don't
Yeah.
get no
He's
check?
12 and a half.
I've never thought about it.
Because
But
if you think,
like my grandmother's her shit was down to here. Her
what's two tribes?
Huh?
What tribes?
Blackfoot and Cherokee. So
Cherokee and
Blackfoot
Apache.
on my mother. So my grandfather's and then my grandfather's Cuban, Black and Cuban, which Cubans are African Indians. You know what I mean?
African Indians.
Yeah.
I'm
so a lot.
African out here.
You said it was what? What was it? You said?
You what?
Dominican?
Not good.
Cuban.
Say what?
Cuban.
From my grandfather.
100%.
Yeah, that's the names of the island, and then fucking Columbus and everybody he brought.
Exactly.
Mixed all that shit. So we related, homie.
Possibly. We're related regardless.
Yeah.
Down the line.
Yeah, you
But
don't
this
know.
dude, that's T'Challa.
Your great grandfather had his mom.
In what position?
Yeah, I don't know. Y'all had his family somehow.
Shit.
Just throwing it
He
out.
would have paused us.
He might have if you would have caught it.
I didn't catch it. I'm about to go to this gunner.
You gonna say pause?
Moving on.
You gonna say pause?
On? I didn't hear.
I don't know.
I don't need to hear. I don't need to say pause if
Joe don't say, bro.
This dude don't use pause. He just saying a bunch of gay shit.
Nah, it's not gay shit.
He said it was like 7:30 in the morning. He's like, yo, I need something in me. Like, yo.
That was a very white thing to say.
The crazy shit is, right? No, because I don't have to. You know why? I'm fully comfortable. And my man,
I don't disagree with him though. To be honest,
I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. I really don't.
You need something in you?
No, nigga, I do. I need some breakfast, nigga.
To me,
should have said you need breakfast.
Nah, so to me, we were talking about breakfast. So anybody who takes the context out of context is crazy.
You need something in you.
So
yes, nigga, we're talking about breakfast, nigga.
Yes, so when you put it like that,
nigga,
when you put it like that, so no, when I honestly, if you were to say that, I wouldn't think of you to say pause.
My nigga, if we're talking about breakfast, I say, nigga, I need something in me in the morning.
Yeah, I can't sit here and lie.
I don't know what the fuck to tell you. If you fucking associate that shit with something crazy,
I mean, unless I was fucking with you.
Your shit's crazy. Your shit's sweet, nigga. Not mine.
I'm comfortable. Honestly, I say pause to fuck with people, like to make it funny. Like otherwise than that, pause is so unnecessary. Like in my opinion,
it's a waste of word, waste of voice.
I'm not gonna cater to what I say to make you feel more comfortable about something.
So remember, we had a long discussion.
Yeah,
this wasn't about us feeling comfortable. This was about us living in 2022/2023.
But in fairness, Justin will also punch someone in their mouth if they take something out of context themselves and try and make a move on them. I can see Justin just laying the fuck out. So
they have the right.
He really has nothing to worry about.
Justin, so it don't matter if it's one person or 15.
It's a whole crowd. They're all like, oh. You said something in him.
Just because all y'all felt
no, like you're just standing in the crowd and you're like, yo, I need something in me.
No. Now, if he licked his lips, then you gotta pause.
You know
if he said,
you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Every time I order from school, I created this big stink, right? So whenever Jack orders food, I'm like, nigga, you gotta get two, nigga, right? So now every time Antar sees me eating something, this thing says, yo, you ain't get for two?
No. I don't got the stomach. I don't got the stomach like that.
Yes, you do, nigga. Every time. You just did it right now.
Hey, yo.
Show him how you do it. Run it back.
He said that at least 10 times while we were sitting here, and I felt uncomfortable.
I don't care about your comfortability level. I'm comfortable in my situation, right? So if my confidence fucks with your insecurities, I apologize. But I'm not pausing.
It's not insecurity.
It is.
It just sounds weird. You're around dudes,
my nigga, we're grown-ass men. If you don't know what the fuck you are, do you shower in the locker room when you were growing up? Nigga, I was that guy, nigga. I'm walking through, nigga, ball swinging.
Confidently.
You know why? Because I'm not looking at you, nigga. If you're looking at me, there's a problem there. You're uncomfortable.
There shouldn't be no conversation, though.
I ain't got nothing to say, nigga.
Right, so that makes it fine.
My nigga. But
if there's chit-chat, niggas is
But the
like,
point being...
There's chit-chat going on?
You can't have chit-chat with clothes on and you automatically assume that it may be something sexual.
I knew he was one of those.
What if he was naked in the gym when he said it?
I knew he was one of those.
I need something in me.
What?
I knew you were one of those old heads in the gym.
My nigga, I never went to the gym.
Going around, you know what I'm saying?
I don't go to the gym. I'm talking when I played sports.
He is that guy.
When I played sports, my nigga, I'm getting in the shower, nigga. I'm gonna fuck how you feel. You had those guys who scurry to the shower.
I'm a scurry.
I was a scurry.
I was a scurry.
Yes, probably a scurry. I don't care. I don't care, but I'm not gonna.
I mean, I've changed my shit. You know, we're all kind of like standing to the wall, changing our shit. You know what I mean?
Have you ever been to jail?
I've been to jail, but not to prison.
No,
to prison.
I mean like a real jail.
Yeah, I haven't been to prison.
Like that's prison, nigga.
I've been locked up.
Nigga, the niggas tell you to bend over and cough, nigga. Spread your cheeks, and I dare you to question them.
No, they do.
No, that's real talk. You don't pause. Real talk.
I know they do. But
tell them motherfuckers pause.
I'm still saying pause.
Tell them pause.
I'm still saying
pause. They gonna bust your shit wide open, butt ass naked. Now you bleeding with your ass cheeks up in the air, nigga, butt ass naked, and ain't nobody helping you.
You know what? Listen. Put your headphones on because you don't have to be as loud as you are. You just are.
He always gets him worked out.
No. I'm just producing the show.
Right.
Nah,
you got it.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I apologize, my nigga. But at the end of the day, my nigga, there is no pause.
No, it's all good.
Come closer.
Yeah. You
There's
just
no
don't.
pause in certain situations.
No, come up to the motherfucker.
There's no pause.
Let's ask a woman. How do you feel? Do you think there are certain scenarios where guys should say pause?
I don't think men should be conducting gay ass conversations because then you're a gay ass nigga and then you're a bitch ass nigga. So it only escalates from there.
Now, let me ask you a question on top of that.
Go ahead.
How do you associate the gay conversations? Or are people automatically assuming that it's gay and it's under the gay lines and these are gay? Like,
there are gay guidelines. I think there are gay guidelines.
Which is what?
You cannot be talking about booties. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be talking about certain pleasures of this world.
Right.
Amen? Amen.
Right.
Nah, I don't even think
I can't. Just last show, I admitted that I had a girl give me a toss my salad, so I can't. I can't sit here. I'm just saying I can't sit here and not say nothing.
Slow down, because that's.
I'm being honest.
Hold on. This was where.
Yo, we had the booty munch conversation earlier this week. That's funny.
So that's where it came from, is because we got into that whole conversation because Imani and Kay don't think that dudes who deal with a woman who's dealing with stuff down there is gay.
I think if you're taking like dildos in the ass. No. I'm saying I think if you're taking dildos in the ass, then that's gay.
I have a question for you guys.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say you're unable to please your woman, right? She's dedicated to you. Y'all been together, whatever, however long, right? Your dick don't work no more. Is it okay for you to strap her?
I would just fuck her with the toy.
That's not the question.
That's kind of what he's saying.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. So
I just wouldn't use a strap on. That's just weird.
What if she requests that?
None of that
if she requested,
and you don't work.
Yeah.
And you don't work.
Yeah, I would do that for her.
Okay.
So I said yes
too. I don't think that's gay. So it falls in those same parameters.
I like using toys on women anyways.
Boom, you winning in life.
I'm robbing a bank.
So
I'm robbing a bank.
You're robbing a bank?
What do you mean by that?
I'm robbing a bank.
So you're not doing it.
A dick interaction?
My nigga, if my shit don't work, there's no need for me to be here.
Oh, you're going in to be around a whole bunch of dicks for the rest of your days.
No, because I'm not coming out alive unless I come out with the money, and even still, I'm not coming out alive.
What is the robbing? What is that?
He just figured it's a one way.
That would be
nigga, like there's nothing left, unfortunately. Like I'd rather die trying to get it.
Yo, Justin.
Nah, because I got to be honest with you.
Justin,
like
I think that, with all great things.
Talk quick, Grandpa.
All great things must come to an end. So when my
100%.
When this stop working,
we're not talking about mid-40s.
Just relax yourself.
I'll tell you this though.
What age are y'all talking about?
So I've been
now today.
I've been celibate. I've been celibate for over a year.
I don't know what to tell you.
At first it was crazy to even think about because I'm a sex addict, right? But I don't know. Like I fucked with a couple of chicks and shit like that, but all the ones that freely give it, I don't want them. Like, there's nothing about them that I'm attracted to. The ones I can't easily get, those are the ones I want.
Let me ask you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not the guy that goes for the easy pussy. I'm never
actually honestly looking for love again.
No, I just don't really like. If I don't find her attractive, I can't. I'm not going to enjoy myself. So why even bother? And now I'm not saying she needs to be a dime piece. I'm just saying I need to find her attractive.
You haven't found anybody that's attractive that's worthy of.
I have, but the couple that I have, like
they
either.
Let you?
Either we just didn't get to that point where we did, right? And then I'm about to break the streak here pretty soon, but
you feel like you're in the workings?
Wait.
No, it's not. It's not in the workings. Like it's in the.
Hold on, I have a specific question for you. According to your last podcast, you said that you've been celibate for how long?
Like over a year now.
How does that happen?
Because I broke up with my ex after 15 years. And honestly, like, not saying that my ex is the hottest chick, but my ex is pretty fucking hot.
She did it for you.
She does it for that's pause whatever. She does it. She does it for a lot of people. It was actually so. It was actually so fucking annoying sometimes when I'm at the bar and men and women alike are constantly like, dude, your girl, man, good job. Shaking hand like Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh wow.
So or the women would be like, I just want to let you know your wife is beautiful.
Frank loves that shit. Do not let him deter you.
Sometimes it was kind of annoying because like seeing her eat it up sometimes is like Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait, eat the dick up or eat some poo-poo?
Whoa.
No. Eat up the compliments.
I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that. I'm sorry.
She was eating up the compliments.
Taking
and he was enjoying it.
For the most part, I would say when it was by the women, yes. Because in my mind was like, we can go back into the, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
But about that when big fucking Butch came over and said, yo, good job.
You know,
as long as I can fuck her with a strap on.
Jamaicans are kneecappers, so
they dragged it there. They got a secret.
You don't want none of them giving it up.
No,
Rooster never said it, right?
No one's ever fucked my. I've never shared my wife.
No, not shared. No, complimented.
Oh, nah.
You have to be careful.
Nah, I would say honestly, all my close friends have never said anything out of pocket.
No disrespect.
Nah, that's disrespectful.
That's a line in the sun, you know.
Yeah, we're brothers.
But no. So so when she's kind of up to that level, like I've had that for X amount of years. So it's like when I have sometimes what I consider, and mind you, it doesn't necessarily mean if I call a chick a 4 or 5, it's not just because she's just ugly, or if I call them less than that. There's aspects of them also that makes me just even less attracted to them.
Hold on,
you know what I'm saying?
People less than 4 or 5s?
I've what? I've called people. I've rated people. I haven't necessarily say, hey, you're a 2.
No, but you called them out in your head. It's like less than.
I've rated almost every single woman I've ever looked at. Instantly.
Wow.
I'm constantly thinking about fucking and shit. Like I look at a chick and be like,
is that a whole men thing? That's like an all men thing.
No, I take it to a different degree.
I'm like him.
I cannot not think about a chick sexually.
I think about it all the time.
Y'all are both narcissists.
No, I'm just as dope. I love
Antar's not.
Listen, I will.
He said he does the same shit Frank does. He said he judges him.
How does that make me a narcissist? Because well, I'm not talking about like I'm not someone that's gonna.
I want her on my like.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm a fucking 10. That would be narcissist. I don't think I'm that fucking great looking myself. I think I'm a solid 6 or 7, right? And I make people in general like me, especially women. Like I know how to. If I'm chilling with a woman and shit, like I don't hit on women traditional ways. I don't do nothing. I mean, I don't have to tell y'all. It's not like you ain't never seen it throughout.
So hold on.
When have I ever had a bad looking chick?
And it's period. And your whole entire
win.
No, hold on. No, I can't even say you have. but my question is like you honestly feel like you're only a 6 or 7?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm.
I said that.
That's what you rate yourself as?
Yeah. So check it out.
I think all of me makes me higher, but my looks wise, I don't.
No, we're not talking about just looks.
Listen, we were in a bar.
We're talking about everything else.
There was like 4 of us. This was like 2 months ago. We were in a bar. It was like 4 of us, right? JP looks at me. He was like, "Yo, you see those girls over there?" He said, "I'm bored." He was like, "We about to bag them." I was like, "I'm not interested in those girls." He said, "Watch how easy this is." So he looks over there. The girls look over. They start smiling. Hold on, listen.
There in attendance?
Me, JP, Stallone, and A. Right? A and J are over here.
Yep.
And me and JP are right here.
Right.
The girls were really nice looking, right? But they think they're hotter than they're supposed to be. Yeah. Right? So they look over. They see him, they see me. They literally, he was like, "Look, here they come already." Just like that. He looked over there, said he's going to bag them by a look, and they got up and walked over to us, right? He says to me, or he says to them, he was like, "Yeah, we were looking. What took y'all so long?" She said, "Actually, we were over here looking at you guys and decided right then and there." They were from Boston. So they said we were in Northampton, that they're in Boston, they're 8s, but in Northampton, they're dimes. So she said, "What do you rate us?"
True.
So my boy was like, "I don't know, like 10 or whatever." And he was like, "What about your boy?" So you know me, I'm honest. So he's already looking at me like, shaking his head. JP, I was like, "You're a 7." Yo, this bitch went crazy. She was like, "I'm a 7." I said, "I'm a 7 too. Fuck it. Like, what's wrong with a 7?
Let's be 7
That's above
together.
average.
We both make 14.
Right? You're dealing with a 10, that's a 5. We're getting good." So her friend comes over. She said, "I don't care if you call me a 7. I think you're beautiful." Like that. Yo, this
beautiful.
Yeah,
and tell her pause.
This guy.
He did though. He's like, "Yo, pause."
Nah.
Listen, 7.
So the point I'm trying to get to, Stallone told me, because the girl was like on my boots all night, and I kind of like brushed her off, type shit. Like, "Oh, there's many bars. I'm not really thinking about these girls, right?" Nigga, the next day he was like, "Yo, did she call you?" I was like, "No." He was like, "You know why?" He called her a 7. I'm like, "Nigga." He was like, "Yeah, that was your night." She just said she was a dime.
Nah, that's not why.
I'm like,
I guarantee that's not why.
Don't start with your jokes.
No. Nah, listen, because I mean, I'll tell chicks they're 6 and 7s all the time, but I do it in a more like joking type of shit.
Yeah.
But even though I could still be serious though, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie to her.
Yeah, I'm not saying I haven't lied, but nah. I mean, mind you, I can't say I never have. It's like, "Damn girl, you was fucking 10." When they're 2, no, but
Do you guys think you guys are like a different number, like according to your like location where you are at? Like, you know what I mean? Does your number go up or go down?
Your shit changes.
I think I'm me.
Like he said, I'm saying like the girl said in Boston, I'm a
8. in Northampton a dime.
Like,
so where?
Yeah, I mean, of course. So if you go to a town of 200 people, I'm sure your odds, your score's gonna go up. Even 2,000.
So if you go to New Hampshire, a little.
Yeah, there's a good chance any of the chicks there are gonna be.
You're the dime.
Yes.
It might just be the
you
bar.
gotta be careful over there, man.
I went to Christopher's.
You could be a 10 for a moment.
Yo, I went to Christopher's. I was the only black girl in that bitch.
So you were the hot one.
I walked out with more money than I walked in with. Okay?
Goddess shit.
Yeah.
You think that applies for men though? Like, does that work for men?
I think if a black man walked into an all-white bar, he would be looked.
All the snow buddies want that nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what's this coon doing?
Especially if he's got, especially if he's got like all. No, but check it out. Especially if he's got all white.
Look at here. Look at here.
It might even work the opposite way because you can think about how you go to a hood and there's all ethnic people. And then there's the one white guy. Everyone's like, that one white guy's got to be.
Hey, you
up
got your cell
par.
phone on.
Peter, cut the goddamn.
You got your cell phone on the desk.
Get this coon out of here.
Yo, I think.
Thank you.
I think wherever you are as a new person, then you're gonna be looking different. You know what I mean? Because you never seen these people before, and they never seen it before. And it's just a new.
Anything that new looks. Anything that's new looks different.
Yeah, you know. So sometimes a girl is really a cabbage where she come from. You know,
a cabbage.
Creased up and fucked up,
like a patch.
Yeah, you know,
a cabbage.
Like the dog.
Just creasy and fucked up. You know?
A cabbage is crazy.
All right, just think about it. You said these girls are from Boston, and they come all the way to Northampton. That's a long fucking drive.
And they had guys with them, and then my boy. I didn't even tell y'all it got worse. So they got dudes with them. So the dudes are pissed.
Hell yeah.
Right? So they come over to us, and they're like, "Yo," to the girls. They're like, "What are y'all doing?" And they're like, "Oh, we're," and the girls like got her arms like all around my head, all types of shit.
Oh shit.
These niggas own like my boys are like they do it big. So he was like John. He was like, "We were waiting for you." I don't know what his name, but he said his name because he asked the girl. He was like, "John, we've been waiting for you." He's pissed. He's looking. He's like, "What do you?"
Name. I don't think
JP called him by his first name.
I don't think that was probably his actual name.
I don't. But listen,
you know how sarcastic he is.
I don't know, but the nigga said we were just talking to, and he named the girls. I can't remember their names. He named the girls. He said we were just talking. He talks. He got that talk. So he said we were just talking to Susie and Q, and we were talking about how we're going out on our boats this weekend. The dude's tight. The nigga's like, boats. He say, oh yeah, we own a few of them. You can join us. Type of shit. Yeah.
Yo,
so now
I would have said fuck it.
Nah, that nigga was tight. He grabbed it.
He was tight because he was like, fuck.
No, I'm telling you.
He's been there his entire life and doesn't own a boat.
No, he was mad because he was losing the fucking chick. He lost the chick.
Yeah. He should have bought a boat.
If he was up. No, I'm just saying.
You would have brought your chick from Boston on the boat?
Me, if I just know these, like if I just pulled them this. So that's what I'm saying. If I pulled them the same way that these guys did, but then they stole them from me, I can't really be mad at it. I lost.
No, I don't.
But if they were like, you want to come in the boat, I'm like, fuck it. I might as well take the victory out of the situation. Maybe I'll meet their chicks. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? So fuck it.
Like 4 of my boys got boats. These girls.
And if I'm mad because I'm losing the pussy, I'll be like, yeah, I'm coming because I'll just fuck it up the entire time. I'll just cock block the entire fucking time.
The killer is that you probably never would have got foot on that boat.
No,
not one.
I'm not saying.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
John wasn't coming on the boat.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
It was just like a empty.
It was a hit.
I'm just saying, what happens if he would have been like, sure, I'll take you up on that offer?
Yeah, he might have pulled up.
That would have been
funny. Was not getting on the boat.
That would have been a dick move at that point, though. Why not let the guy in? No. You already stole his chick.
It was a whole dick move from its entirety.
Of course it was. I'm not that fucking dumb. Right. So did you just not hear me give my explanation 2 seconds ago?
The kid is never getting on the boat.
I understand that.
Thinking like you might have the opportunity to get on that boat is
right. I get that. We're not talking about that.
This is 20 years.
We're not talking
about
about reality.
Huh?
I'm not in the situation to begin with, so it's already a fallacy. So why not?
A fallacy.
So why do I have to look at it negatively like that I'd get rejected at the pier?
I mean, you have
fuck it. I'm saying I'm going on the boat.
Frank, you would have been on the boat.
I would have definitely made it on the boat.
You would have done it just to continue the program. Like
I would have been like, fuck it.
Frank,
I would have pointed out to you, like, damn, you stole my bitch.
Right.
I would have said that shit. As long as you know me,
you know this dude's a party.
I would have definitely got. If I wanted to get on that boat, I'm going on that boat. There's never been almost anybody in my life that I've never like got to the point where they're like, come to my party, whatever it is. I've gotten invited
Like,
to.
Frank's brought me to parties where there's all black people.
100% so.
At Jamaicans at that.
Word.
I'm just saying.
Because his boy, one of his closest friends, has a whole Jamaican band, so he's in dance hall parties and all this stuff. We be in there rapping.
Nothing's better than being at our barbecue, and then they put the mic and shit on, and then they're like, "What blood clot? What's going on?" And I grab the mic, yo. Shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't do none of that just to fake the funk. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like, all right,
The other
Ras
three, there's
clot.
no shot. So you had been voted off. I'm telling you.
He's saying the type of Jason would have definitely brought a Frank type character.
No, he would not.
A Frank type character.
He is not.
Stallone.
You want to know how I know y'all would have brought? You would have taken me?
Yes.
Because I befriended y'all in real life. So how did I meet y'all? You know what I'm saying? I know me and you weren't boys at first.
Right now.
Yeah, but everybody else.
Grandfather
But everybody. I will say this: I've befriended Justo in the most unique way. I've never befriended anybody else like I've befriended him.
Yo, check it. Yo, no. It gets
That's real.
I gotta hear this. How'd you meet this guy?
High
school.
High school. On the fucking courtyard, which is like the driveway to where the shops were at Putnam, right? Smoking cigarettes that we weren't supposed to be smoking.
Was it lunchtime?
Yes, of course, nigga.
White people shit.
I never saw
was
you.
Justin the Cuddy in the high school?
Yeah, because we weren't in any of the same
one of them
classes and shit.
Cuddy kids?
The Cuddy.
Wow.
Custy.
I don't know.
Hold on. What the fuck?
No, not in Custy.
That's
No.
what a Cuddy is.
No, we was putt nuts.
Hood Cuddy, you know what I mean?
What is that?
I thought
Just one of them.
Elaborate.
Just one of them dudes that just around everywhere. You know, like how I am. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just there.
Yes.
Yeah. Nah, you're a Cuddy.
Justin was definitely a Cuddy. Yo, that is the funniest shit. That's how I met him.
Yo, you're right.
Yo, the funniest shit, right?
I'm just fucking
The
around.
funniest shit, right? I asked the nigga for a cigarette. Like, nah, go get your own. Right? Mind you, I'm talking to a guy that's about 4'5".
I was dumb short when I first met him.
Right? His shorts. His shorts.
Oh yeah, this is when he was in his skateboard
He
shit.
was in skateboard shit, nigga. Mind you,
Janko.
This like 95.
I've never actually owned a pair of Jankos, but I've had that style.
It's like 95, right?
Yeah.
Within 2 years, this nigga was Wu-Tang. This nigga went from pushing fucking Kid Cudi to Wu-Tang.
Yo!
Dead ass.
Adapting the culture like that?
Nigga, within 2 years.
Yeah.
Complete 180.
I've done that like 3 different times in my life.
Complete 180, right?
So by
the time he met them, he was.
No, we were already friends.
Yeah. We were friends in.
We were friends in 6th grade.
About the collective.
That's when I call like our normal. We all dressed like the same in a sense. It was all jeans.
By the time he met the collective, he was in the.
I had it like a skater phase. No. I didn't. But I didn't change because by the time I was chilling with y'all, I changed just my style. Yeah.
On your own.
Yeah, most certainly.
Yes,
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
You know what it was? Because we all went from the same kind of rocking the same shit in elementary, middle school, and then at least for the majority of us, we started really coming like trying to find. For me, it was trying to find who I was. So like most of everybody that I chill with for the most part at that time skated and listened to rock and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But it's mainly a rock thing. But where I lived, where I was every single day, I was the only fucking one that was like that. And I didn't really chill. I didn't really be like a skater kid anyways. I don't know how to describe it, but I remember one of the defining days when I just kind of like realized that being like the skater, and that was kind of almost like faking the funk, as I was in in-house detention with William, was it Gooseberry? I'm pretty positive you know who he is. Nah, his brother. We went to Forest Park with his brother because he was like a year or two older. I just can't remember his name, and I don't want to really say it, in the stream anyways. But anyway, I'm sitting there just talking in an alien wear T-shirt with the fucking long sleeve shirt underneath. My hair's long. I got baggy jeans.
Yeah,
I had no shaved underneath. My shit was shaved underneath.
He had long ass blonde hair.
Yeah, and Vans on or whatever. Etnies
Airwalks.
Looked like he
I had Airwalks too.
So he could hit you with the skateboard.
But so I was sitting there, we were just talking about something, and Will, who's a black dude, was just like, yo, you are the blackest sounding person I've ever heard.
Exactly what you're talking.
And I was just talking, like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to relate to him or whatever. We were literally just having a conversation. And it took me by fucking surprise. I was like, what? Because I wasn't That wasn't my goal.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's when I just and then from there, my whole fucking life turned upside down to top it all off. Next thing you know, I was living off of fucking Bay Street in a foster home on Oak Grove. Like all the way down that fucking neck of the woods. And
He had no choice.
all of a sudden I came back from after 10th grade. And I fucking was skinny, 6 foot, fucking rocking Nautica and all that shit. And then all of a sudden in 11th grade and on, I just bagged mad chicks from that point forward. It was great, yo. We had something called the chat line, right? The chat line was like the first internet, and with first chat rooms and shit like that for, I don't know, the hood. You call up a number, and literally if you press 1, you go over to these personals, right? And the personals, like you listen to each message, and you press like 1 or 2 if you want to talk to them, right? Or like pound to move on to the next one.
Wow.
And they like leave messages like, "Hi, this is Shorty Bang Bang. I'm 5'4". You know.
So wait.
But so then the other side was chat rooms where up to 5 or 6 people could be in there at one time.
Yeah.
So most of us went over to, unless we're trying to really bag some shit, we all went over to the chat rooms, and I'd pull chicks from there, like there'd be a couple from Putnam, yo, the Pentecostal Puerto Rican chicks, yo, I just
Pentecostal.
yo,
Not the skirts.
I bagged so many of them, and so many of them that were fire.
Holland?
Yo, they were crazy. Yo, they get you alone under the stairs, yo. You're like, I got practically like raped once or twice, dude. Literally that
We're
crazy.
sucking up souls for Jesus.
Yo, they were letting it all out finally. My restrictive father, blah, 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 blah. Crazy shit. And I'm not even, the fucked up part is I'm not even exaggerating, yo. I'm literally telling you the truth.
They say church girls are the worst.
Yo, crazy, especially them. So anyway, I'd have a couple of chicks from high school. I'd have a couple of chicks from the chat line, and then I'd have a couple of chicks from around the way.
Right.
Yo, all of a sudden, from getting no chicks to like 6 at once.
You were Mac Daddy.
Yeah, honestly, I faked my way through all of it somehow. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Who can you say influenced you to make that? I mean,
transition.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, from that.
I would say
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang was definitely
era to.
Wu-Tang was definitely a part of it.
Wu-Tang.
That's it.
I don't know. It was just
Might have been your environment.
It was all just kind of changing. Yeah, the environment.
97 was that year for Frank.
Do you know Springfield? Are you from Springfield?
That's the year I was
Or
born.
not from Springfield, right? But
That's the year I was born.
Yeah.
All right, so
97.
again, I hate like bringing up my street like I'm toting it, but I was not born on, but from 6 or 7 years old on, I lived on Kensington Avenue, where Orange and Oakland is.
Kensington?
Yo, that's crazy.
But this is back in the day. So I started off when it was like making a transition. So from the 87, 88.
You don't know nothing about those years. She was a swimmer.
Hold up, let him get it out.
He was less than a swimmer.
Bro, he's true though.
He was
They
a
were like,
twinkle in his father's eye.
he's just running there. He's doing backstrokes.
King T'Challa.
Just floating.
He was getting to that and snapping his fingers like, damn, I was almost there.
Maybe better luck next time.
But I have a question for you.
So hold on, let me just at least wrap that up. So I grew up there. So when I was there, I'm not sitting there saying I was like a gangster doing this. I did my shit. Like, I mainly broke into cars, stole shit, I flipped shit, but not like on a serious level. I just like
Frank was a 13-year-old felon that never made it to felony levels.
Yo, he's not necessarily wrong. I was very lucky.
You think this had something to do?
Yo, they argue about.
Oh, probably.
They argue about their crimes.
Yeah.
Yo, because this nigga was
But
never...
Justin, I feel
No, because I only got caught once. That's the shit. I only got caught once for that type of shit. I've been arrested multiple times, but.
You can be loud though.
But listen, so I'll say this, right? I've only got caught for major shit one time, right? But I'm not sitting here saying I was running the streets shooting people and shit. That's not what I was doing. I was just I chill with a lot of the people that did that, but I would generally be one bringing them back with like a fucking stereo amp out of a car, exchanging that for a half pound of bud, or you know what I'm saying, whatever the shit was. And that was my shit. That's what I became known for. Moyo, however y'all know him, all them cats. No, that's my homie though.
Look at him.
I shout out Moyo anytime. I haven't seen him in years, but I chill with all them cats around there, and it was all kings. Fucking couple of solids. One kid fucking stole my skateboard.
Not on KF.
Yeah,
it was mostly
Shorty. I don't want to even call nobody out. So at any route, let me tell you, there's a couple that try to duck their way through, and I almost got shot one time because of it. That's a whole nother story I'll say for another time. But
don't let them shoot you.
Yeah, we want to hear that now. Let's see.
Yeah, listen, it had nothing to do with me. I'm not saying to say it had any. I was just on my. It was at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all it was for me. You know what I'm saying? But I had no choice. I lived there. But any route. So Yeah, when you coming home to that every day and shit, I rolled up with the skateboard. My shit, yo, let me use your shit real quick.
Oh, kick push ass nigga.
Yo, and the shit, I got. He was like, oh man,
he
like,
took your skateboard?
Yeah, he came back too. He was like, oh yeah, no, shit got fucking hit by a car or some bullshit. I'm like, yo, if it really got hit by a car, you could have came back with the fucking halves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I was mad pissed.
Let me go look for it. I'll help you look for it.
More actually fucking made him compensate me though, but
he was a little monster.
Yo, he didn't fuck around, dude, and that was my homie.
Yeah,
Little monster.
He's a menace.
Whoa, I know bigger monsters.
Nah, that was my homie. I cruised around with him.
No, he was fully outside, but
you know, you can't. No, size.
I'm not gonna say we're like, you know, we're brothers or anything, but I would tell you, like, for like a good 2 years, like, there's quite often you'd see me in the passenger side chilling with him. This motherfucker, he's the first person I learned how to smoke a blunt while doing a stick shift. You know what I'm saying? He'd be fucking one hand here, he'd be like cucking it over here, just sitting there talking and shit. You know what I'm saying? I've never really.
So let me ask you.
Actually, you know what's funny? My first stolen car I was ever in was
Josh.
Whoa.
Nah. I don't even want to say his name like that. I think he actually might have passed away, but I remember I was only like, I think I was in like 7th grade. And he pulled up on Kensington. He was like, yo, hop in. I'll bring you to school. I'm like, no, there's no way. You're only like 15. There's no way.
Listen, so right now, in 2022, as we're going into 2023, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here telling, just talking away. Yep.
Are they civilians or are they?
So that's the question. So, or what I want to propose to you.
Civilian.
So with you, you're a civilian now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but I.
He was in that lifestyle at one point.
What, you're saying he was a civilian while he was committing crimes back then? He was still committing crimes. They might not be to the level of what you want to give them, but they're still blue-collar crimes. This guy, listen, let me get my shit off before you get the jokes. Let me get my shit off, because it's going somewhere, and then y'all could get y'all jokes, right? So check it. So in an age where niggas just feel comfortable just chit-chatting, yip, he did it, right? I don't know if you're familiar with what's going on with Young Thug and how he has
a little bit.
All right, so he has an affiliation on two sides, right? Affiliation with what can be considered as a gang and what can be considered as a record label, right? And his actual affiliation that makes him who he is,
right?
And it's a known fact that he's not to be played with, right? Outside of that, there's people that surrounded him that were doing X, Y, and Z, or maybe not, and some that were doing it, and now they're all like being asked questions, and they're all just saying yes and just giving it all up. And now he's like one of the, he might be just the last one in jail after they did a whole RICO, right? So my question to you is, how do you feel about? No, that's the main nigga.
Gunner's fine.
Yeah, he's out. So if I'm doing the dirt with you,
right,
then I keep my mouth shut.
So
if I'm about to face, like, say if I'm just like a part of that shit, but I'm not really in the grind like that, but I like literally work with you every day, you know what I'm saying? But it's I think it's fucked up that I may go away for fucking 50 years when I had no involvement with that shit.
You're telling.
You know honestly, I'm not saying that I necessarily.
It's no judgment.
But I would say at 50, if I'm going to be looking at something crazy like that, and I literally had nothing to do, you didn't give me a say.
You're telling.
Yeah. Most fucking certainly. You never gave me a choice. Why the fuck should I give you? Why should I? No, how is that crazy? You just involved me in something that I had no clue what the fucking was going on.
So do you? Hold on.
If I just work, if I worked with your, that's what I'm. That's the only way I'm saying I'm telling. So if I just work at your record label, right, and I'm just like one of the fucking music directors, right? I'm friends with you, but I'm not doing any of that dirt with you. And then and I don't even really know about that shit.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they're just indicting me in with y'all?
Right.
How the fuck do I prove that I don't know about it?
Let that shit play out.
Hold on, but before we get into that, wait.
I know what you're saying. I don't disagree with that. But what if it works out to you go away?
It just is what it is. What if you were reaping the benefits when you were there?
What if I don't know that?
No, it doesn't matter whether or not you know. It's the fact that you were reaping the benefits when you were there. So you didn't ask any questions where the benefits were coming from. You took the benefits openly.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's pay.
Right. So at the end of the day, let anything that happened in the dark come to light.
That's the most knuckleheaded. opinion, in my opinion. So you're agreeing with him?
But say you
You're agreeing with him?
I want to hear from her.
Say you do not.
But you wouldn't know anything to tell anyways.
Wait, slow down. One at a time.
Really? What would you know to tell?
Say you do not have the option, right? You don't know what they're saying to this dude on the side. You know what I'm saying? So they give him a deal. Hey, you say that you don't know X, Y, and Z. Or you say you know about X, Y, and Z.
Nah, I'm not making nothing.
Good,
I'm
right?
not making nothing up.
You're not taking a plea deal
Nah, I'm not gonna make
to
nothing
save
up.
your ass. Or you're not gonna sacrifice anybody for the strength of you to get out.
Nah, because I gotta live with
Okay,
myself.
so you don't know me that well.
So listen.
right? But are you gonna?
So I'll say
you're not gonna
this.
sacrifice anybody for you yourself?
So to back up my shit, what I'm saying, I kind of stumped myself in a sense because if I don't know nothing, then there's nothing they can gain off of me for me to tell anyways, right? So just to clarify. So then if I'm actually a part of that shit to where I know enough to where it hurts you, then no, I'm taking that because I knew what I was getting myself into. That's a different story. I'm talking about if you just involve me some shit and like you're just like Frank was with us just to kind of save yourself.
No, but we've never. No, that wasn't the question.
Yeah. So then the only way it would be relevant for me is if I knew what was going down and I was a part of it. And if that's the case, no, I'm not.
But
I'm not sacrificing.
They say that
But there's two.
They sell you a story.
I'm saying
you did this.
Hold on, let
and you're aware.
I don't know. I can't. Not if I knew what the fuck was going on.
All right, answer. Go ahead.
And I can't just make up shit to throw someone under the bus.
I'm saying like in those circumstances that Young Thug and them are going through right now, if you were a dude that was in the studio or whatever like the whole time just on the music side, okay, then what they ask you, you're not involved anyway, so you can't answer those questions. But if you took at least one side to the gritty side one time, only
like
takes
that,
one
that's like
time.
that 6ix9ine
If they ask you
shit.
about that, you don't tell nothing.
This all reminds
if
me
you're
of the
involved, you're
6ix9ine
involved.
Nah,
all reminds me of the 6ix9ine shit.
Regardless if the other person did 50 years, if
I'm saying anything, I'm saying exactly what my involvement was and nothing else.
Why even say
But
anything?
you saying
Well, I'm saying if I have, so yeah, you can say. I get what you're saying. You can say why say anything at all.
Everyone else.
But you're gonna have to say something at some point.
No, you don't.
No.
You're gonna go through a trial without.
100% so.
I mean, I guess you can. What if you get called to the stand though?
I've been there. I've done it.
All right, hold on. Yeah, with me.
I've been there. I've done it.
Yeah, but I'm saying depending on what
I'm
the scenario
not
is.
saying nothing about nothing.
So you just go. I take my Fifth Amendment. I take my Fifth Amendment.
No,
I did what I did.
I don't know nothing.
They came and got him, and he didn't say nothing.
Well, I wouldn't rat on you in that situation either.
Hold on, but
There's
wait, he
nothing to
had
talk
nothing
about.
to do with it.
I'm just saying, same shit. I wouldn't. That's a different scenario.
All right, let me hear from everybody. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So basically, that's why they call it information, you know, or informing or snitching. They can't act on anything that they don't know. So you know they have to develop things from various people, you know.
100% so.
You can't give them shit they don't know, right?
Personally, they cannot bullshit me into just
talking
like that.
Show
Much
me something.
tougher than that, because at the end of the day, we know police work already, you know, and we know how people who give justice work already. And I believe that a lot of men just don't have any firm or spine. Just relax and just
let it flow.
Just let it flow, because if you're gangster, if you're snitching to avoid the real gangsters,
You're gonna die.
Yeah, you're gonna get got.
And you see, if you're holding it out, the real gangsters will recognize real all the time. You know what I mean? So just chill out. You know what I mean? You're a potential witness, so you have something called witness protection. The thing with people before they turn snitches and all this and all that is that they don't know the law.
No.
If you are gonna be a bad person, know the law.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah, that's
possible.
one thing.
True.
You know what I mean? Because they
know what
will,
you're coming against.
They will open the book on you. And if you've never seen it before, you're fucked.
You're gonna crumble.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, there's like 150 to like 1,000 loopholes to the law.
Yeah, there is.
There's most certainly.
Regardless of the loophole.
It's all about that argument.
At the end of the day, the major loophole is if two people go into a case together, right?
Right.
Together.
And one person says, "Yes, I was there, and he was there with me." If the other person consistently says I was never there, and the person that says I was there and I did X, Y, and Z,
I get your side. Yeah,
right?
Snitch.
Right? No. The person that was there and said I did X, Y, and Z, but never implicates the other person.
It's still
or
snitch.
even implicates the other person.
Still
that person is the only one that can get charges brought against.
Right.
Because you have to have proof against the other party, right? That says that they were there and they actively took part.
Right.
Yeah,
so if
that's
you
right.
didn't actively take part, I don't know a fucking thing.
But in this situation, that I don't feel like that applies to the music side of Young Thug's shit.
Everything.
I think it does in some cases.
If you don't know nothing,
unless you were
show
involved in it.
But see,
because there's civilians in this crowd, and there's
I just guess at that level, like, why are you still doing
I don't give a fuck why. It's about why.
No, motherfucker, I know. I'm just saying, I don't know why.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
The first sign
You're attacking me.
Wait, but that's real life because it doesn't matter what level you are.
Oh no, I get it.
You
I
are
just
who you are.
I just feel like you know what you do it.
The first sign of a guilty person is always gonna try to prove himself innocent. First sign of a guilty person. Sometimes you just relax the fucking self.
At the expense of anybody.
You know what I mean? It'd be like, yo, listen, we never do it.
I can't say that.
By the time you said that, you put you in a category.
Sorry, I don't know what occurred. I was not present.
I'm just saying in general. like if you're guilty,
I'm
that
not even
doesn't
gonna
mean
tell him that I have. You know what I mean? I just don't have anything to say.
Guilt as
what
well.
if you're affiliated but didn't do the crime?
You don't. If you're affiliated, you don't snitch.
You're still down, nigga.
You say like
it's the same thing.
If I'm a blood, right, and
you get some blood.
If I'm a blood, and I'm with a certain set, and a certain set gets pulled in to a RICO, right? Hypothetically, right? And there's only I know that it's certain ones out of that set that did that, but I'm not the one who did that, but I'm still a part of that set. Can I tell or not tell?
No, you don't tell.
No, I'm just.
Yeah, no.
First of all, I
you can't tell in that scenario.
But
yo, because the reason why I think it's a different scenario is because look at it like this, right? What kind of friend also involves their person in somebody that doesn't, if they have no clue what they're getting themselves into?
Surprised.
But to me, it's like, what kind of fucking friend are you?
Right.
Like, why would you do that to me to begin with?
With friends like these, who needs enemies?
But if I'm willingly
fry you in 2 seconds.
if I know what the fuck is going on though, and I get myself involved, then I have to take that on the chin. Like, I knew what the fuck I was getting into.
So another one right now, Amadi just sent me something. Another one just told.
Yeah, so these guys like giving details and telling stories. That's fucked up.
Yo, Young Thug's my favorite rapper too.
Yo, so honestly, in the shit that I just sent you, right?
Young Thug, yo.
Somebody said that Young Thug, gave them money to lay low after they did some crazy shit. After they,
that's what that dude admitted to.
Yo, nigga, and that Young Thug gave them the bread to lay low after he popped somebody.
And that's the grimiest thing of them all. He is YSL. He is Young Thug.
But is he YSL,
including Gunna?
The music, the brand, the label.
You gotta remember.
And Gunna has a track record.
Right.
Gunna has a track record of snitching.
No, but Gunna
does have a track record of snitching.
Off what?
He was on Crime Stoppers.
He was on Crime Stoppers.
On Crime Stoppers. You should have said it. The Crime Stoppers. He was on the Crime Stoppers.
Him and T.I.
Say this nigga was on Beyond Scared Straight and shit.
Yo, when they turned that joint on,
you want to end up like me?
I have a
his
problem.
Music in the background of him snitching. That was the funniest thing.
Like a piano, dude.
His music instrumental in the background and he's snitching. Yo, it looked like he's rapping, but he's just snitching.
I honestly have a problem. Right. I honestly have a problem with people who involve themselves.
It was at 12 o'clock.
But I have a problem with people who are all for whatever is going on in the moment, capitalizing off capitalizing off the.
I shouldn't have to tell you like what's the reprimand or what will come from this.
Just know you're getting popped.
My nigga, it shouldn't. No,
you're getting popped.
The fact that I'm sorry, I'm a dying breed, brother. I promise you, I believe that.
Nah, I believe it.
No, I'm dead ass because I can't go into a circle with people, right?
Technically, Young Thug should be right. So the problem really lies with Young Thug because technically, whatever he knows and he's responsible for, he should just own up to save his boys. So that's the reality of it.
But I think he's not even getting that choice.
But do you think it's him? Or is it somebody he's covering for? He's just that solid.
He could be covering for the entire YSL.
Here's the thing. I feel like I'm
a dying breed, brother.
I feel like it's easy to say until when you're threatened to be taken from your daughters and shit. When you had nothing. So what scenario are we talking about? Are we talking about if you know?
It doesn't matter.
So you're saying if I just bring you into some shit, you had no clue. You thought we were gonna go to Target.
I went with
to Target.
I went with
and just brought you into some shit. I don't know.
I went went with
when your wifey and your kids is like, Daddy, no.
Pop the thing in his brain.
See,
no, I'm dead ass.
But again, but that's almost a different scenario because we're like, yeah, there's that motherfucker now. Oh, who? Yeah, this motherfucker that got me the other day. All right, let's ride on him. That's a different story, though.
Supposed to hop out.
Because at that point we rolling together. We're rolling together. Because if you bring me in that shit and we're in that moment too, I'm like, fuck it, I'm riding with you.
No, but you might tell.
Nah, I would jump out the car then if I didn't want to be in that situation. I'd be like, nah, let me out right here. No, that's different. If you're talking about being in a car and wanting to roll on somebody,
it doesn't matter.
I got your back.
Justin,
I know you would roll with me, so I'm gonna roll with you.
Justin,
That's a different story.
Justin, I'll simplify it for you. So you pull up to some dude, your boy crib. You pull up to him. You tell him to hop in the car.
Yep.
The whole plan y'all made, both of y'all, was, yo, we're going to the club.
Yep.
But you say, oh, hold on, let me make a pit stop real quick. I gotta make a play. The play goes wrong.
Yep.
You ended up popping that man.
Right.
So he's riding with you. He's not supposed to snitch or not?
He's supposed to?
Is he? I'm asking.
You leave him in the car?
I'm asking.
It's not even a fucking question. If you're in my comfort zone, I trust you.
Yeah, so to me, that's a different.
But here's the thing. What if he didn't know and he's getting off for 55 years for being involved?
It doesn't fucking matter. Whatever I did will come to fucking light, and I'm a man first and foremost. So if I did it, I'm the type of nigga to say I did
America.
this.
Not everything.
So in those scenarios, though, I agree with him.
I'm a man.
I'm talking about the whole record label shit.
I'm a man.
You know what I'm saying?
like
Fuck y'all for even putting me in that
hiding
situation, you
behind
piece of shit.
What do you say to that?
So I've been no time out because you haven't finished my fucking rebuttal. I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, right? I've been in a situation, right, where niggas have been in a situation where I did something.
Yeah.
I'm not letting my peoples go down for something I did.
That's real.
I did X, Y, and Z, and this is where we are with it.
That's a gem. Yeah.
You have to have a certain accountability.
So at that point, there's no one that needs to talk anyways because you're already taking.
They didn't even give it a chance.
Yeah,
they just started chit chatting.
They were waiting this thing.
And that's where shit falls through.
Because they really don't know how the cars are gonna fall. So they're just like,
they can't communicate.
Hold up, let's hear Armani.
They can't communicate, right? So they put you in the room, they put me in the room, right?
I've been there.
I was there.
Yeah, I've been there too.
Me too.
Personally, I'm staying shut because I ain't getting involved because I know what outside is waiting for me is
100%.
You know what I'm saying? I understand that concept.
I'm afraid of outside more than inside.
But there's a lot of people who are
Springfield's not even that real. But in the day, it can get that real.
Hold on.
The police officers over here, are they allowed to beat up on the witnesses?
Yeah. Yo, I know a nigga who got beat the fuck up.
They depending on what cop you get.
Some stupid
All
shit.
right,
Got
so
beat
check
the
this out.
whole face fucked up.
Back home,
Like,
right?
Yeah.
We got locked up and everything.
I don't give a fuck.
Hold on.
I'm not telling you shit.
No, hold on, man. Bro.
don't care. Hold on.
Yo, just
Let him talk. Let him talk.
No.
Yeah, all right. You summed up your shit. You made your point.
Hold up. Let him talk.
You made your point.
I'm not telling
All
you
right.
the fucking thing.
Pass the mic.
Listen, man, chill out. So, basically we get locked up and all that, and the other man about finding out what really took place, They took us outside of the police station.
They shouldn't even be able to figure out what the fuck
into
took
the
place.
woodlands and
Period.
turn the guns on us and just, tell us to lay on our face and start firing wildly. You feel me? So
Were you there?
I tell you. I am telling you.
Did you know what you were signing up for?
I'm not giving you a second narrative.
Did you know what you were signing up for?
Listen,
or were you unaware?
I know for a fact that when you choose a certain lifestyle, I choose to keep company with persons in a certain lifestyle. It is coming.
So at the end of the day, you know what you signed up for.
You know what I mean? It is coming. If you choose to be friends with me, I know I'm killing people. One day you will be shot, I'll be shot.
Top shot us.
Believe that.
Shut us.
You live your life by.
No, I'm dead ass.
I'm just saying, if you know I am heavy loaded, I mean, chopping up every day and just know, say, you know what?
Whatever happens.
If you know I'm an ill-tempered person.
I feel like that's a Jamaican thinking, though.
No,
that's what it's real.
brother. It's
It's a man thing.
It is.
Because I've
African
beat
Jamaica, like those.
I've beat other people for like massive amounts of drugs and shit with women. That was like their idea.
Okay, what?
So you can't say that.
It's not men shit, but I'm saying in terms of like the strong.
Yo, we literally though, like we copped a big bag of sugar cubes, right? Which is acid drops on the sugar cubes. We're copping like a thing of like 500 of them, right?
Are you incriminating yourself?
Nah, this is back in the day anyway. This is old ass news.
No double.
So
Just to make sure.
We
No
pulled up in the
try.
car, opened up the passenger door. As she was handing it over, the chick fucking grabbed the bag, kicked her, fucking closed the door, and we ran off. Yo, tell me why we were cool with them and like 3 days later and then beat them for a fucking sheet of acid. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. Yeah, then the day after I sold a sheet of a plain white printer paper, right, to these kids and said it was acid. And so fucking they call us later on and we're like, here we go. They figured out the ruse. They're gonna be pissed, right? They're like, yo, that shit was great. Can we get some more?
What?
Yes.
It was a placebo? Yo,
I was like, yo, I got 499 more.
So that stop it. But that brings me to another question, right? Yeah. So forms of sacrifice, right? Because that's what's happening, right? Sacrificing, right? So let me ask you a question. Hypothetically, right now, if in this room, if you had to kill one to save the rest, who would you kill? And we're gonna go around the room.
Damn.
I know my answer.
I got a feeling everyone's picking me.
Real fast and real quick.
Go ahead.
I know my answer.
What's your answer?
Justin. But that's because I respect it so much. I feel like he gives me the most, you know what I'm saying? Controversial stuff. He argues with me
So
most.
you gotta get him out.
I gotta get him out of there.
You know it's fucked up?
Gotta get him out of there.
You're getting him out of there too?
No.
One line I know about Justin is him saying,
You're getting him or getting him out?
Him.
You're getting him out of here?
Listen, nothing against you, but he's my boy, and you saying him, and you're picking him.
Oh no,
so I have to pick you.
No, we got our own relationship, but yeah.
I know, but still, no, you cool shit. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he's still my boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't give you left hand.
It's all good. It's all good. We can try again. Nah, Justin, because all I hear in my head when I sleep at night, him yelling, nah. And I'm like, no way, this dude right here. That's my alarm in the morning at this point. Like,
nah. He just has it recorded.
Like,
Nah.
Gotta check him out, man.
Go ahead, Leo.
Well, I would be the last person to get the choice. So everybody else would be dead by that time.
You along with him though. If you're not the last choice.
No, you know.
If you're the last choice, you survived.
Frank, you hearing me good?
He said he's getting everybody.
Yeah.
You see, any bumble who chose me, I am killing them first. Don't worry about the second choice. Any fucker chose me, I'm just.
That's the best answer right there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, that's got to get a round of applause.
That was good.
I told her what I would do. I don't want to say what I would do, but because it'll fuck up the whole shit.
It's on me?
It'll go to you.
I mean, to be honest with you,
you can go with this.
What's the question again?
He's killing me.
If you had to, you gotta sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice somebody in this room to save everybody else in this room.
Or you turn it on yourself.
By the way, I did say Justin because he was willing to take time.
That was my answer.
Everybody.
But then you're not getting into heaven.
No.
I'd rather kill myself.
No, I'm dead ass. I would be that guy to take myself. But because he already said, like, I gotta send it back.
Fair enough.
I am that guy, though. Like, I am the most selfless, I
love Justin, by the way.
I don't know many friends.
Wait, you said you're selfless?
No, I promise you.
Oh, wow.
No, listen. I'll be the first to say if I know if I have, as much as we fucking harass each other, if I ever call him, he's got me. You know. Yeah. Well, he's also got me for a whole nother reason, but it's that pause.
What's the reason?
Pause.
Hey yo.
Hold on. What's
no
the
need
reason?
to pause if you're okay with your sexuality.
I know where you're at with it, but you want to make sure he's comfortable with where you're at with it.
I tell you what, I got arrested, and he was one of the first people I called.
Huh?
I said when I got arrested, you were like the first person I called.
And what happened?
You hooked me. You helped me out immediately.
No questions.
And that's why I can't ever really say no to him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I could, but you were my first call because I knew I could call you, and I knew you would help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Who you killing?
Money.
She killing me. I already know that.
Nah, I'm going myself, man. Not even involved.
Yo, you see everybody try to save face around here.
No, I'm being dead ass. I'm being
we
dead ass.
had a whole conversation.
Yeah.
Because
And then I
listen,
asked,
I'm trying to live.
I asked if it's a Messiah complex.
No, Justin, I'm not just gonna attack you. I'm gonna challenge you to a fair fight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, T'Challa. He's gonna be on the waterfall.
Because you know what I'm saying? A sense of competition just a,
It is time for the competition.
Best of us, you know what I mean?
No.
Yo, relax. Yo, not the dancer. Yo.
Why not instantly think of Banana Way?
Because you're going out.
But the way I looked at it, it was like I'm in no
that
place
shit.
to judge who has less of a life to save others. So I'll judge myself.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? And that's how I looked at it.
I'm not killing myself.
Nah.
I have a question.
I'm about to say I don't think I'm killing myself either.
I have a question.
You see how people say they feel depressed and suicidal. I have never. Rasta don't feel those.
Yeah, I don't feel that.
I never thought about killing myself. I don't have that.
The only time I've ever come close is I could understand why some people would. That's as close as I've gotten.
I understand it to a degree.
No, like to where I was in that moment, and I can understand.
I can't understand it.
Nah, I was.
So let's talk about that.
I was in a moment.
Do
though.
you think suicide is selfish?
That shit's a
Yes and no. That's a heavy.
So that's situational almost to me, right? Because if it's a scenario where you know you're toxic and you're fucking up other people's lives, and but you can't stop it or something like that, so you take yourself out. That's one thing. But if you just no. But I'm saying I'm gonna the other scenario is if you just can't cope it, then I think you're copping out.
I mean, even with the underlying, right? Like,
dog, I'm a Libra, man. Like I'm forced to see both sides. Like I can't. I can't understand. I can't not.
Even if you're toxic, right?
No.
And you feel like, oh, this will help a million.
And you're fucking up lives.
Right. This will help a million people. Right. You really have to contemplate, right, and think about the other people that you may affect by taking yourself out.
So I think it's like,
I mean, I get you there.
If you got kids,
but what if you know? All right, so how about this? What if you know if you within a week's time you're gonna murder like a whole fucking school?
Oh, I'm going out. I'm going out with a bang. I'm sorry.
You're gonna take all them
I'm not
kids?
just taking me.
Nah, but
I might take myself, but
but there's counseling for
few
that.
of y'all bitches got to come with me. Fuck
Nah,
you.
I feel you, but for some people, you ever seen the movie Joker?
Like let's say the Boston Bombers.
Yeah, so same way.
They took time to plan that.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
And they did put it in a they put it in a backpack.
Well, no, so they did it for. Well, I can't say if I really know, but I'm pretty positive they did it for a different. Yeah, their shit was a purpose. You know what I mean?
So you're saying purposeless?
I can't understand.
No, that's what they were. They purposely planned all that shit out for evil intents, not because they can't cope it.
You think
suicide is the ultimate cop out?
Yeah, I think otherwise.
Period.
Yeah, you know what? I'll agree with you because even if you are going to be a suicide bomber, like, man, they really believe in what they're doing it for, though.
May affect
because it's fuck them. I'm already off this bitch. I'm already off this bitch.
You can't say that kamikaze missions are different. Because they actually had to fly the planes in.
You have kids and you got to think about their life.
That's still, to me, it's still the same shit. It's all the same shit. So yeah, because that was like,
I always said, right?
They didn't just do it to do it. Well, actually, tell you the truth.
I always said, and
we don't know why the fuck anybody did anything.
But when Captain America does it, it's okay. When the kamikaze do it, it's not. Is that what it's saying?
Yes. Cal Al can do it.
Cal Al can do it,
but nobody else.
Not the Vietnamese.
No. The Vietnamese? Is that what you said?
The Viet Congs, my bad. Yeah, I'm messing it all up.
Yeah,
it's a little liquor, you know.
There's nothing okay.
So if the Filipinos wanna, no.
No. I was just taking it from a historical context. Yo, you took it somewhere else. Okay, yo, he's different.
I'm not one of those guys.
Huh?
There's nothing okay about it.
There's nothing okay about it.
I don't care what level of suicide you're on. There's nothing okay about it.
I'm saying, but if you, one of them kamikaze dudes, that means you were raised to believe that.
I don't give a fuck. You was a weak ass nigga that got.
Kamikaze people weren't raised. They weren't raised. So that culture though, you got
some sort of bullshit.
So Japanese though were. I will, but I'll say that's a whole different culture. Like for in the Japanese culture, taking suicide was like could either be the greatest sacrifice or because you were ashamed of your actions.
So what do you think?
Know what I mean?
So what do you think the Taliban? What do they promise? They promised like 19 virgins.
It's like
virgins.
your math's way off.
All right, my bad. All of that extra stuff.
They offer you like 2 virgins.
Is that not happening as well? Like, you know.
So that's not why they're doing it to go there. They're doing it for the ideology of like whatever their statement is. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the way that they can fight war. They don't have drones that can just go over and do strikes.
No doubt.
So they have to strike us like guerrilla tactics.
But
you know what I mean?
Would you consider that the same as?
I would say I wouldn't do it.
Calling it a tap out? Is it?
No. Because the other shit is you can't. You think you can't cope. You can't make it in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different story.
Overdose on pills.
But you know what?
Like
No, we say that just sitting here in the situation that we're in.
Yeah.
You know, I try to always look. I try to always look at things objectively, right? I play devil's advocate.
Honestly,
right? So, but what I would say though is like for somebody though, if all of a sudden a car accident happened and it took out your wife, your kids, everybody all in one shot, and it destroyed your whole fucking world all in one thing, like. I'm not in that situation, so it's hard for me to say at that point. I don't believe in my heart of hearts that I'd sit there with a gun in my mouth, but I still can't sit here and act like I know.
All right, so
because I'm not in that situation.
All right, so I lost my father in 2015, right?
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man. So it's good where it's at. You know what I mean? I felt some type of way because the morning that he felt sick, you know. I was going to a beach trip. You know what I mean? It's during the Christmas time. What day is today? 28?
29th, I think.
29th. So 2 days ago would be the day he caught the stroke. Right? So, you know, it's a big thing in Jamaica. You go to the beach with your friend, you take a beach trip, you know. I'm out there enjoying myself. My dad caught a stroke. I wasn't there to help him. You know what I mean? I was a bit, you know, feeling
responsible.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But then I think about it. And I say, what makes somebody a loved one? And I think that what makes them a loved one is that your best interest is always in their heart. So if you lost your family in a car accident, you're thinking about killing yourself. Wherever your family are, you just kill them again.
Well, if they still know about you.
No, they will know about you. You will feel them because we're not just, you know, physical beings, we're spiritual. You know
right, but that's like saying...
Unfortunately, I just have a strong belief against suicide.
Yeah.
Because...
I mean, I do too, don't get it twisted.
I do too. Levels to it. Like, okay, you feel the way that you feel. So that's one level.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like copping out right then, boom, you plug out, cop out, everybody's gone. You're in your own world. Now you're alone. Silence it, right?
Yeah.
But then there's the next level. Children, loved ones, siblings, whatever it may be. Then on top of that, there's the people that may be affected by it. Whoever may have found you, whoever's property that was, so on and so forth. Then on top of that, like there's tears to it.
You see,
so it's not like you just like, you know what, I'm gonna kill myself today. It only affects you as a whole.
But ultimately, it does. It only affects you.
Well, I mean, if everyone has the ability to move on.
If you have to silence the noise for yourself, right? Because you are going through mental torment every fucking day of your life. Fuck how y'all feel. If you think about it, for real. Like, in the moment, it's not about anybody else. It's about silencing the noise, right?
For yourself.
For yourself.
Right.
So I can admit that it might have effects on other people. Yeah, it's selfish. It's a selfish moment. I can't say it's not selfish, but at the same time, like, I get it. Yo. You want to free yourself from the bounds and the binds of this fucking earth. This earth, this world is crazy.
I really can't question on why you did it. I can't question.
Closer to the mic.
Just can't hear you.
I can't question why you did it. I can't question the rationale you used to come to that conclusion. But at the end of the day, if you don't think about the aftermath and what comes after that, it's not fucking.
But were you really there in those moments where the noise was so loud?
And that's the unfortunate part, because you're no longer there to feel what they're feeling now.
And guess what? We'll never have answers to those questions.
Yeah,
even if you write a suicide note, there's
you
still
don't
going to
have
be like
answers.
but what if? Or, but why did?
But there's no why. There's no clarification on why you did it.
And you're never going to get that. But that nigga's
you have so many open questions.
Justin, I feel like, for me personally, there is the western side of suicide. That's what we deal with in America over here. And I feel like where I'm from, there's another level of suicide.
Because you can't be free.
And that's the not giving a fuck about nothing. Like them
But
dudes
where does
will
that come
fire
from?
at, bro, protecting all your surroundings. Dudes, yo. People are walking around. You scared of a cop in the mic.
Right.
You scared of a cop with a gun?
You could pull that.
People are walking around with AK-47s where I'm from.
Right.
Popping off if you say shut up.
Wanting all the
or
smoke.
shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's even here.
That's a whole different type of mentality. That means I'm protecting whatever me and mine, no matter what the odds are.
That's what they're
I'm
doing.
about to fry you, yeah. That's
With them-
literally where
with
I'm
them
from.
16s,
so that's
M4s, whatever
bro,
it may be.
Bro, I'm not lying to you. I woke up.
No, I believe
I
you.
woke up
Hold on,
one
let's hear
day.
him.
I woke up one day, and I seen a bullet. No, I woke up one day, and I walk outside, and I hear my uncle. Bullet just flying in the air, just pop his shoulder. To this day, he's in the Netherlands now. Shoulder, straight smoked.
Right.
Because the bullet was flying. And the dude who shot it, while we're all like, oh my God, where'd this bullet come from? Bust through the front door. Yo, did I hit anybody? Yeah, you fucking hit somebody. But then he walks right back outside the door and goes by his business.
Right.
He's on a suicidal mission. To, you know what I'm saying, protect whatever is his and mine, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he is on a mission to protect whatever is his.
Right.
That's a whole different suicide situation than the Western suicide situation because you feel depressed.
What I be?
So it's subscribing to a certain lifestyle, a suicide mission.
So that's actually a very interesting question,
So
though, because
getting-
what defines suicide,
So
like
what
when it
we're
comes down
talking
to
about
shit
is
like that?
You're willing to die
So,
behind
right,
whatever
we're
the fuck
talking
you moving
Different
on.
cultures.
So even with that Young Thug situation, right?
I'm suicidal.
Hold on, let her go.
Even with that Young Thug situation.
She's
I gotta
standing, so you
I
know
can't-
it's
I gotta
serious.
see you, everybody. Sorry.
Yeah.
But even with that Young Thug shit, niggas was moving on the shit that's with their gang, right? With their gang shit, whatever. It is what it is. Because this is the lifestyle I've subscribed to, right? You getting home is a blessing in and of itself. You don't know if the situation, the play you gonna make or whatever the
Right.
fuck
Take
is gonna
your life.
pop you, nigga.
Better pray.
But you are okay with that. That's suicide. You're subscribing to a lifestyle that doesn't promise you a road back home.
No, but that's
Wow.
day to day.
That's a
Yeah, it's day to
it's
day,
still a
but it's
form.
still a
Yeah, but
No, but it's
increasing
day to day.
the odds day to day, you know what I'm saying? So there's a difference between day to day
day-to-day.
and increasing the chance, the probability.
I could be,
You know what I mean? Just
could be
living life is
affiliated
one
just
thing.
like they are.
getting money
Right?
quick is a suicide mission.
I could be affiliated just
it
like
can
they
be.
are, right? But I deal with the same consequences and fucking trials and tribulations that they do on the regular, and it's by the police that's policing our area. You follow? So it doesn't have to be just because you're gang affiliated. It doesn't have to be just because you're tied
That's
to
fair.
somebody.
That's fair
It
because then you got
doesn't have
Breonna Taylor, right?
to-
In her
just
bed.
is what it
right
is.
in her
So
house.
at the end of the day,
Yeah,
Got
you
popped
definitely
off
have shit that
nothing.
happens.
There
That's
is,
for
But
sure.
subscribing to a certain lifestyle does heighten
100%.
your chances of getting
Which
popped real
brings
quick.
me back to where you
Whatever
knew
you
what
choose,
the
the
fuck you were
consequences
signing up
coming, you know?
for.
If you live by the sword, you
If
die
you
by the
knew what
sword.
the fuck you were signing up for, you were
true.
part of that lifestyle, you're eating with them, all that good shit. So when the shit hit the fan, my nigga, you ride with them
in
as
it.
well.
You're in it.
You have to.
You have to. That's
you
the
can't
code.
pick and choose, nigga. Shit's gravy
All right,
over
we've
here.
already we moved on from that topic, though.
Yeah.
It's associated.
We're talking about suicide.
Yeah, man. So you say with suicide now.
Suicide's
I believe
haram.
that-
So well, you know what? Just to
Choice.
change
It
the
is.
subject, so
It's
to kind
haram.
of
It's totally haram. That jihad, that crashing the plane
What's
thing
haram?
is
Define that for
haram.
me.
Like you're not gonna go into in the
Yeah.
kingdom.
Suicide
definitely
is
not.
100% haram.
So
Oh, yeah. I
so
deal with that shit, bro.
leading into then, if you go to heaven or hell, so you obviously believe in heaven and hell, right? What's the concept of heaven and hell to
So
you?
that's where it gets scatterish when it comes to
I
the
hear you.
Taliban and stuff like that. 'cause
I don't decipher.
I feel like they sell people to the idea that if you do this, like the guy that crashed in 9/11 joint or whatever, like if he was to do that, then if he did that, then he would go to heaven.
Right, no.
That's not jihad.
What I'm asking though, right? And I agree with you. It's not jihad in reality.
Yeah.
So, but look at it like this, right? So, he's promised to get to that paradise,
Yeah.
right?
By
What do you think actually happens?
In that paradise.
You're going straight down on the ground.
You think he's going down to hell?
Yeah.
So you believe that there's a hell?
So, Muslim believe in hell?
Heaven and hell, yeah.
I'm just talking about like what's your concept of hell and hell? Like, what do you think? Do you think you go to hell if you're a bad person? It's a lake of fire, lake of fire.
Hell and the lake of fire are two different places.
That is true because you're talking about Armageddon versus. I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so bad. No, good. No, I'm glad you caught me on that because I prefer to use the correct shit. But you see how I knew, anyways.
I got you.
But all right, so I'm talking about a ball of fire down there where you get fucking tortured. I don't know, co-ed pillow fights.
Oh wow, next level. Go ahead.
You're the pillow though.
Does it sound realistic though?
You're the pillow.
But that's what I'm asking though. Or do you go up to clouds and everyone's chilling and it's a party? You know what I'm saying? There's harps.
Biggie said it best.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
One thing. Hold on. Wait. We got to do one at a time.
It's best.
We got to do it one at a time, and we're gonna go around the room, starting with you. What do you believe heaven and hell to be?
So honestly, I will be the first to say I have no fucking clue. I don't really believe that there is a heaven and hell. I believe your energy moves on to the next inhabitant, and maybe potentially the karma and like what you've done will dictate what you inhabit as the next life form.
I have a question about that. So you believe in theory reincarnation?
So
in theory, to keep it basic.
So I do, but I believe it's different from us just the way we are carrying on into like stepping out of one body into a new. I think our energy just moves on to the
because
next
your energy
scenario.
Can't die, right?
Exactly.
Okay,
It's all ever evolving or revolving, I should say, and in and out.
Answer.
I believe there is a bowling. just fire. I believe there is fire for hell, and heaven is heaven. In terms of all the goodness,
angels.
Yeah. All of that, just like that sound.
But you know what's crazy? Angels are not like beautiful beings, but
they're not.
I believe. I believe in them differently as well.
I believe in, you know what I'm saying, the God, heaven, and then if you do bad, there's hell. But then there is a theory. No, but you know what I mean. But every Muslim, they say, go like let's say if you're good and bad balances out uneven and your bad is up, you will spend time in hell, but eventually you'll be in heaven.
You could be redeemed.
Yeah, so that's what they believe.
You could redeem.
You could break out of the.
If you are a Muslim, so that's why they have all these situations where people.
Are you Muslim?
Where they beg people to, even in their deathbed, they beg people to convert to Islam. Like, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
All right, Leo. He's Rastafari.
Damn, this sounds crazy. I'm Muslim.
All right. So
on the camera, but you got your hookah. That's a lot.
Everybody got their phones.
I think this is a special 3-hour show tonight. We're going for a little longer.
It's been our thing here.
Being highly thoughtful, I'm very happy for this question first and first. People out there, it isn't easy to do this, so like, share, subscribe, don't be lazy. So with this L and F topic, I believe that the body itself tell you whether there's heaven or hell. You get cold, you get hot. When you have sicknesses inside of your impurities that needs to be cleansed. Your body catch a fever. You know what I mean? It's just a preview. You have impurities, you will burn. So that include body water.
So you think you're in heaven or hell right now since you're sick?
No. Enter, shut up.
I'm going through hell right now being sick because I have to go through constant levels of fever to lift my body to
break it.
Where, the infection can break. You know what I mean? Or the cold can break.
Burn it out.
Yeah. So I believe that after this, whatever you planted in this will definitely bear you the fruit. You know what I mean? Because no life, no energy, no force is in vain. So there is a heaven and a hell. Who controls it? I don't think that's supposed to be dictated. You know what I mean? There is a creator, there is an almighty. There is a first to everything. You know what I mean? Whether you want to believe it or not. So there is a heaven and a hell. And there's, I would love for the hell to have a lot of persons that fuck children.
Yep.
Personally.
With it.
You know what I mean? I believe that if there's a hell, I should be able to see the Pope down there burning out fuck.
Yeah, so those people become dung beetles.
And,
straight frying.
And if there's a heaven, I don't want any milk and honey because I'm lactose intolerant. Fuck. pass me the red.
Whose boy is this?
The land of milk and honey is crazy.
He's from Dunkirk,
But you know what's
Jamaica, by the
crazy?
way.
That's not heaven. That's the promised land.
So,
Go ahead.
just to clarify, though,
Check it.
just to clarify, I will say I do believe in a divine, you know, in a father, you know, however you want to label it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want. I'm only saying that because I don't want you to think that I don't
what's
believe.
the divine?
The divine just get all
You
like
have a whole
it's just
different like
some
religion.
being.
Yeah.
it's just I don't know. It's I can't really
Some
describe it. I can't put it into words. It's
We
just
gotta finish this though.
it's just the divine energy, the higher power. Literally, it started with the Big Bang and everything that's created.
So you're like Sir Lancelot over
Frank, you know what would be?
I would say we probably there's things that we have different opinions on, but there's a lot that we also have very similar scenarios. But we build together for years. So
You think this shit is like a bang?
No, I don't believe in a Big Bang.
no, so mind you, I'm not saying I believe in the Big Bang. I'm talking about that divine energy is all of that.
Fuck that.
You know what I'm
had
saying?
Your time.
Science.
Next.
Talking coming from you, guy beating points to death.
I'm
Go ahead.
just saying.
All right, I got
Can we
you.
skip you? I want to actually hear Justin
go ahead.
real quick.
Oh, here we go.
'Cause this
My
man
favorite
don't-
person in
go
this
ahead.
room.
Go ahead.
Mine?
Let's
Heaven
go.
and hell. Go ahead. What's your
Let's
take?
go.
What's your hot take, brother?
You
it out.
rushed it and came right to you.
I thought it was going to the.
Nah, I kind of know where Leah stands. I don't know where you
fuckery.
stand because you always run when we have these conversations.
Like, yep, gotta go.
About what?
Everything.
About what? Spirituality.
But go ahead.
Go ahead with your what you believe that heaven and hell is, right? What
It's
is
not
your
my thing.
What's your concept?
Yeah, but is that? But explain it. Don't
we're
just
here.
say.
What do you believe?
What do you believe?
So when you
here.
die, what happens, brother?
You think we're already in hell?
What happens?
Yeah.
That's the unknown.
Okay, but what is your?
I have no clue. What
So you go back
you're
into
okay with that?
darkness?
Hell could be a lot less convenient and comfortable if you're thinking this is.
Unfortunately,
So people's lives could be in hell.
I don't think anything can get more uncomfortable than the day that we live day to day.
Okay.
So I
Here-
kind
So
of.
you think this is our hell?
good take.
No,
So
that's a
because at
good
the end of the
take.
day, right? Like,
Get closer,
wake
get
up-
closer,
You
get
wake
closer.
up every day.
Get closer.
Wake up every day, right? You punch your clock, right?
How about he's basically going into how I did with you?
No, because I'm talking about all of us, right?
Yeah, talking to the mic when you.
Day to day, we wake up, we punch a clock. All of us do, right? But then you have the counterparts that don't punch a clock, and they're able to function the same way that we do.
But they're still not operating in that.
No, but they function the same way that we do.
Who does again? I know you're saying
He's saying
The,
the two
the
sides.
people
The upper
in general
echelon.
that don't punch a clock, right? They're able to function the same exact way that we are.
So unless they were born into it, they had to punch a clock at some point.
No, no.
I'm not talking. There's definitely people that started off on the grinds to
No.
get to rich.
No,
There's definitely some
I'm
people.
not. I'm not even talking. I'm not even talking about the rich. I'm talking about motherfuckers that we pay for.
Okay, go ahead.
I got.
Right.
Simplify.
Right.
You know what though? I will say this, right?
What?
So that if that's the level, so if you really realize it's a very tiny percentage of tax out of our paychecks in reality, it's only like 0.01 or some shit like that, right?
It moves too much out of my money.
So at the end of the day, if me making enough money and you got to take a small to do nothing, because it's not like they're doing anything with them
times
with
have
their
I
lives
built-
really, for the most part.
The bitches are laying on their back and breathing.
But listen, but if that's the level you want to be at in life,
but-
if that's what you exceed,
But this is why I'm telling you that
that
we're
doesn't really
living
bother me.
right now, currently in hell.
I don't know. My life doesn't feel like hell. I'll be honest with you. My life feels pretty good.
And this is my point with it.
I didn't always.
No, and this is my point with it. At the end of the day, right?
love Justin.
Life is what the fuck you make it.
Most certainly.
Right?
Okay.
So you make a day to day. Your checks are good. You get paid every week or bi-weekly?
Every week.
Every week. I get paid bi-weekly.
Shit.
Right? And I still feel like I'm living comfortably. You feel me? Because I make a day to day. I make sure my day is good for tomorrow.
Okay.
My last week was better
Which is
than next month.
a hell in itself because
my
you're dedicating that.
My last week will be better next month.
So you
That's
believe in
my-
hell on earth?
So
My nigga, like that is the reality.
you can always unplug and go off to the woods and totally get off the grid.
Still
There's
in the
people that
Matrix,
do that.
brother.
Whole families.
But after this,
Now,
right?
let me
what's
ask you.
next?
Now, let me ask
Don't ask him.
Hold on.
ahead,
After
Johnson.
this,
It's your
what's
turn.
next? No,
Yeah.
no. We got to figure
Yeah,
this
what happens when you die?
What is
What
next?
happens? What is
That's
blackness?
That's what we're asking. That's the whole question.
I don't think none of us can answer that.
No, none of us can answer that.
No, we're still here.
But what do you believe? What do you
I
think?
don't give a fuck.
It's the whole subject.
Reason being,
so you're content with you're content with what,
and I'm making sure my tomorrow is better than today.
You're content with what your day to day is.
Because my today.
So you're gonna wake up and do the same routine tomorrow.
No, my today has to be better.
No side combos, fellas.
Than yesterday.
So no side combos.
Really be
tomorrow,
if you're still punching the clock,
it is.
and if you're still going through your same routine. In the morning, you wake up, you wash your ass, you brush your teeth. And you
it
go to
is,
work.
and I'm living proof.
Okay.
Because every day I'm accomplishing
But is
more.
this hell? This is hell for you?
Yes.
Okay.
You know why?
So there's no paradise. It's just hell.
I don't know.
You believe that you will only experience hell.
I know this conversation's hell for me right now. Sorry. Come on. That was pretty good. Come on. Come on. Yeah, thank
I'm not
you.
gonna lie to you, Frank. It's your show, but this was still the worst dad. That was the worst dad joke.
It was.
Says the guy that's making 3 figures.
I gotta say my R.
Says the guy that's making 3 figures.
3 figures.
We're not.
Are you not?
I'm 3. I only make 3 figures. You're correct.
Yo, you're getting mad bitches.
But is this not hell?
Hold on, math 4s and 5s.
Do you not dread going to work tomorrow?
3 above the comma. Is that what you
dread going to work tomorrow?
So
yes, you
honestly, I've been out of work because I'm sick.
Regardless,
but following standard procedures, I'd
but
rather
you
be at
enjoy
work.
the fact that you get to claim that.
But so at the end of the day, though, there's a part of me that loves going to work because I run shit.
Yeah.
Right. And like,
I feel like
part of me feels good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they come to me, I make the decisions, and you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do that. Make sure you do this. And then there's other times where I want to strangle their fucking necks, which they probably want to strangle mine also. It's a love-hate relationship. I hate those days. Those are my hell. The days where everything's great and kind of goes off without a hitch. I love those days. I don't mind dedicating my time.
Great about going to work, right?
There is
knowing
there is
and knowing
I'm
I don't know. I
feel I'm you right here right before you finish.
Knowing that somebody feels uncomfortable about a situation they may be in.
Listen,
there is nothing glorious about that.
I love going to the job that I go to.
My nigga, I don't mind
regardless
my job.
of waking up, whether it's cold, whether it's messed up. But I can see all y'all.
Our
We
job
good to go.
No, but the funny
we good to roll out.
The kids do it for me.
And the kids
and the kids are the cherry
But the funny
on top.
shit about the funny shit about that is that I don't have no problem with my day to day. I go to work and
so
I
you
punch
wouldn't
in.
want to expand out of your day to day.
My thing is that I see other people that aren't comfortable in their day to day.
That's them.
And they make your day a little more difficult.
Because I'm the boisterous part of me wants to speak on their behalf. And that's something I need to correct for myself. So my day could be glorious and I wouldn't be living in hell.
Oh.
And that's my comfort zone.
That's why you want to have a meeting?
That blankets me.
Your
right?
comfort zone.
No. You're making jokes.
I know. I'm fucking around.
You're making jokes.
I'm fucking around, dude.
But as soon as a blizzard comes, my nigga, you're going to see a different side of Frank.
I'm going to be heated.
When he's clearing up cars out there and making sure people are doing what they're supposed to be doing, you're going to see a different side of Frank.
Oh, yeah. No, I hate those.
It wouldn't be glorious.
He's in his
now.
element.
No, I hate those days.
It wouldn't be glorious.
But that's nature. I can't control that shit.
Glorious.
It's.
But what we're talking about is living in hell.
But I get to wear jeans that day.
And that's where I'm at with it. Because I'm around a bunch of people who don't feel comfortable in this situation.
Listen, I wake up every day saying to myself,
you're a lie.
You at work?
You're a lie.
I wake up every day saying to
You're a
myself,
lie.
yo, I'm the
You're a
greatest
lie.
to ever be
Tell
invented
him
out
if he's
here.
a liar or not.
No,
You can accuse
this is
him.
my mentality.
You can
This is my
accuse him.
mentality.
You know why? Because I've had conversations with
You know what's crazy?
All right, so
Andrew
that's
hasn't been at
different.
work all week.
That's different.
Andrew hasn't been at work all week.
I've been working.
I haven't either, though. I can't talk shit.
He's complaining.
I've been working.
on a
I just
daily.
haven't been at that job.
Who's complaining?
He's complaining.
No, maybe that's just how he works with problems, though.
He just be like, oh, they
Works out his own
Listen.
frustration.
No. That should be internal and not for me to fucking deal with you.
I get you. I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I full-heartedly agree with that personally, but
here's the thing.
But I get it.
Punch in the
But here's the thing. I never come with problems. Just solutions.
Stop yelling.
I punch in the work.
Yeah, why? Yeah, we're all yelling here.
Oh, my
I
bad.
punch in the work.
Yeah, I don't
punch in the
recognize
work.
if I'm yelling or not.
And I
It's my
breeze
first
through.
go around.
I think I should be a moderator.
We
I
kind
like
of,
it.
I like it too,
I
but
voice-
we kind of can't be because Justin will shut the fuck up.
I get it. You know what's crazy? I understand.
But you know what's funny about that?
Justin
But you know what's
usually
funny
gets me
about
out my
that?
element. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying?
funny about that?
If I knew what his mic was,
Justin-
Nothing about that.
It's number
nothing about
6.
that. Nothing about that is related to work. It's about real life lessons, right?
No, it's a button down to the bottom.
No, Frank, you need to shut the fuck up.
I thought you.
That you don't like your life. You deal with your life.
No.
Whoa.
I know my life can be much worse. I actually like my life.
I don't believe you do.
Listen, so I'll say this. I don't. No, hold on. All right, you talked enough. You talked enough. So let me respond. So I will respond this. So all right, you talked enough. You talked enough. You talked enough. No. We're gonna stick before you switch to a different question. No, we're not switching. We're gonna go back to the original thing you said. I'm gonna just tell you this. I love you, but I don't give a fuck what you think. What I say is my word, and I live by that shit. So whether you believe me or not, want to bust jokes on this or on that, it really doesn't affect the fact that I still sleep comfortably with myself at night, and I love that fact. I don't bullshit anybody. So if you don't want to believe me that I actually so is there things that happen in my life that I'm not happy with and I wish could be different? Hell yeah. But I also have come from fucking nothing.
But you're not happy with your life.
But yes, I am. That's what you're missing. I'm actually very fucking happy with my life right now.
You can't dictate what somebody else feels about their own
you
life.
should be fucking happy for me that I'm happy about my life right now, because I've been through a lot of shit in this last almost 2 years.
Yes, sir.
And I think I fucking strutted out like a fucking stallion. What? Fucking dick over my shoulder, and even though I'd be like, yeah,
over
bitch,
my shoulder,
you want it? You can't have it. You can't have it. Oh, you want it?
I'm using mine as a sheet. As shoestrings, man. I'm using mine as a shoestrings.
I'm taking shit far.
Do you have a mic drop?
Nah.
Do you have a mic drop button? Do you have a mic drop button?
Hold on.
Clap it up for that one. That was good.
Hold on. Everybody listen. All joking aside, I respect Frank's response.
Yo, yeah, 100%.
I still get what you're saying.
That was genuine.
But he's telling you like it is, and you have to accept it for what it is, because he is a truth sayer. So if his
dick is wrapped around and put in his pocket,
I'm not talking.
I totally understand.
If his dick is wrapped,
I don't want that. I don't want all that.
It's not around.
Yo,
that sounds super uncomfortable.
By the way,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Pause. Yeah, pause.
Pause. By the way,
where do I sign up?
No, I'm gonna say honestly, that sounds just like a whole lot to deal with. Pause. I don't want to have to deal with that.
With the dick over your shoulder?
Yeah, that's crazy. Come on.
So talk to anything.
I gotta get special clothing.
You said it was on your
Yeah, you gotta have. You know how like
do you wear it up the
panties,
chest?
Yo,
the shirt?
Listen, in panties they got the pocket.
Wait, what?
Every pair of panties has a pocket in it. I just want every nigga to.
No, I'm not talking.
What?
Every pair of drawers of women's owning has a pocket in it.
It does?
I think niggas need pockets if they dick too long. They gotta tuck that shit in.
No, I started wearing pocket drawers.
Stop.
I'm dead serious.
It's okay. We don't need to know.
I'm a grower, not a shower. Regular boxers are fine for me.
No, it like controls this area.
At the end of the day, I honestly don't feel like anybody's comfortable in this situation, and they don't see growth.
No,
that's just
honestly, Justin,
that's again. That's not the truth for everybody.
There's a room for growth.
Are you talking about your jobs now?
I honestly don't feel like anybody in the world is comfortable in their situation.
There's always a level.
And don't see
people can always grow
in their future. So anybody who
say that again.
That's not true.
Wait, say that again.
I don't feel like anybody is comfortable in their situation
like today.
That's false.
And don't see growth in their situation.
That's true.
Going in the future.
That's true for you.
I can get what he's saying.
No. So hold on. We let everybody talk, but L has not got a chance to say anything.
I ain't talking.
Oh yeah, true that.
Yeah, he didn't even get a chance to say what he believed in.
Justin,
you cut me off to alleviate me finishing my
Justin.
Because you've said it.
But you know what's crazy, Justin? But this is why we can't.
We know your
meetings.
standpoint.
Do you?
Yes.
What's that?
You said, what the fuck does it matter? That's exactly what you're... Yes, after all of everything you said, you finally boiled down to when we're like, what do you think happens after you die? You said, I don't give a fuck about that. We're all living in our hell now.
No, what I said was,
that's what you said.
Everybody needs to live in their own fucking truth
that's
today.
Not what you said.
Right, we're all uncomfortable right now in our current lives.
You just said you weren't.
No, I didn't.
He didn't.
I just said the opposite of that.
What's your?
He did. He said it was
Holy
comfortable.
shit, huh?
But let me say this.
He said it could get worse.
Yeah.
But I love
It's
it.
not hard. At the end of the day, everybody can run this back on their own time.
It's not hard. The labels too that I have on there are old.
Okay.
So pretty much actually the way it is, mic number 1, that's all to your left, is me, and then it goes right around. 2, 3, 4,
you know, it's funny.
5, 6.
I do this shit. I used to do this shit when I was a kid.
It's really not hard.
Let's go.
Yeah,
so I want to respond to you. So what you were
mixing and
saying
mastering, all
was
of that.
we're
Got
not
you.
comfortable because we know that we could be more. That's what you're basically saying, surmising.
Anybody who doesn't
That's exactly
see it
what
that
you-
No,
way is crazy.
I'm asking you. Like, is that
who
what?
doesn't see it that way is crazy.
No, I'm asking you. Is that what you're
you
saying?
should want more.
So I agree.
Sees it that way.
You should want more.
All right, so you know what? I didn't look at it from that
Right.
opinion.
I think every one of us in this room
or that view.
My
whatever.
thing is, Frank, that your response was perfect for what you were getting in that.
Right.
Right.
Got you.
It was personal. It was a moment that you guys had that I think
But
was
it
a long
wasn't
time coming on the
personal. Let her
outside.
generalize
But
it.
yo,
No, you said I was a liar.
but you literally said you are not. You know what I'm saying?
Because you
It was a-
can't be happy in your situation if
Yeah.
you don't want more.
But I don't agree.
So I
with
always
that.
want.
I don't agree. with
I know
that.
where you're coming from.
get it.
Justin, more of what?
Let me
More
have
of
a
what?
thought of it.
Everything.
No, listen.
You see, I don't want more of everything.
What do you mean?
I've got family. I've got friends.
I don't want
I've
my
got-
family I have. So,
So hold on. Justin, you gotta be open to the rebuttal, right?
No,
so he
I've got family who love me. I've got friends who love me. The only thing pie anymore, bread. That's about it. Like what?
And you know what's crazy?
You don't
You
think there's
made
the
the
next level to your
decision.
life?
Not everyone thinks that way, though.
Yeah, you did.
You get what I'm saying?
But there's a lot of people that don't think that way.
Hold on.
Hold on, we got to slow down.
So you saw the need.
You had an
what would
opportunity.
make you happier in your situation, and you amended that.
Yeah.
And you made shit happen for you
Yeah.
in your situation.
Yeah.
You leveled
This
up.
man, he's cool. What the fuck he got going
Situations
on?
going on, yeah.
I want more too.
But hold on,
I get
but
what
hold
he's
on.
saying there.
But hold on, for this man to say, "Oh, he was a sex addict. He went a year without
Yeah.
a year celibate."
Yeah.
That's improvement for him.
Yeah.
Which I still
In
don't
his
understand.
story,
But yeah.
my thing is, you don't have to understand another
don't
man's
either.
story. You don't have to understand that shit because it works for him. You got some shit that works for you.
Yep.
You got some shit that works for you,
That
Mister.
makes you happy.
I'm also a lot older
You got
too.
shit that works
you're right.
Like
for
double
you.
y'all age, pretty much.
You get what I'm saying? No,
I'm still acting.
I agree with you fully.
everybody's in their
Yeah.
lane and only can excel and retract in their lane.
That's like everybody's.
Yourself
I got
happy.
a specific
You get what I'm saying?
Everyone's story is as important to them as your story is important to you.
To be honest, sir, you might be the supporting character in his story. You
Yeah.
might be a supporting character in yours.
would you
but you're
say
the
this-
main character in your shit.
Would you
that
say
doesn't make you a narcissist.
Unless you know you're not the main story.
Exactly,
the main
right.
character.
I've been saying that for a while.
And if you're living for somebody
You
else,
gotta
then
figure-
that's your
Would you
shit.
say the same thing if you were 26 years old?
Oh,
I was 26 years old.
wow.
Would you say the same thing if you were 26 years old?
My nigga, the shit I was doing at 26, you couldn't even talk about.
No, it's a yes or no.
I'm asking you the question compared to 26.
No, I'm being honest.
Yes
Would
or
you
no?
say it in 26 years old? Would the
That's right.
question I
I
was
was
just
doing
on?
at 26 years old. We can't even talk.
Would you be happy?
would you-
would you be okay?
Is
Would
that
you be in
heaven? Was that
hell?
heaven or hell for you?
That's the thing.
In 26.
It was always hell. It's never changed.
So you never.
So you really feel like you're in hell right now?
My nigga, it's always a struggle to get where we are right now.
So what do you call the
to
good
next
times?
level.
What do you call the good times?
All right, yo.
A piece of heaven.
I'll swing to you like this. The only thing that I could take from this world right now and be happy with is my wife
and your kids,
my children.
Yeah.
Period.
And you know what's crazy? That's your world. That's your microcosm.
That's your heaven.
That's your
Period.
heaven.
Period.
Home is your heaven.
And then beyond that, right underlying that is a core set of friends that I have that I've taken with me the whole way through.
I got another question for you. So if you are about to die, would you want to take your kids and wife with you at the same time? Since you wanna bring them with you?
Oh shit!
Nah,
That's
it's
next
fine to
level.
me.
They still got to write their stories.
Would you want them to live on, or would you want them to
My
die
nigga-
at the
my-
same time as
my
you?
nigga, I told my girl this shit the other day. I told her I could die today, and I know that y'all be straight and I'm good.
That's
You told us that.
I got life insurance.
Yeah,
My
you
nigga.
told
No,
us that.
I
You said
I
they'll be
tell
straight
everybody
for
that.
the rest of their life.
That's
I
right.
tell you.
So you're
That's
not
right.
in hell.
So you're not in hell
What
because
do
you
you
got your
mean?
family and your
Because
kids.
that should be all you need.
That's all you say. You take.
So uncomfortable.
Think about
So
it.
The hell is the struggle.
Your
You're
torment.
not
That's
struggling
the
anymore.
hell's
His
the
torment will be
turmoil.
life without that.
listen.
There you go. Can
The hell
you?
is a struggle.
Did you hear her?
No, I didn't.
Your torment is life without your core, right?
100%
Which would be
Hell.
So-
to you.
yeah.
So listen, what he's saying is a very simple thing,
To
right?
see other
It makes
people
sense.
around me.
Comfortability is the spawn of aspiration. right? If you think about it, he's not wrong in that regards. You gain more because you are uncomfortable with your situation, but it doesn't mean your life on a whole is hell.
Or is less, right?
You know what I'm saying? Because you could just settle that, say, hey, this is what I've achieved. This is just what makes me happy. There's many people that live life that way. They can sit there and do I coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? But they don't. I don't live like that. What happens to me or happened in my past from decisions or just happened, that shit's out of my hands. It's already happened, right? So why am I going to worry about that? I can just appreciate where I'm at. And, and yes, you're correct. I am uncomfortable with the fact that I know I do want more. But I will say from all of us, where we come from and where we live,
why would you not?
To be where we're at, though, I'm fucking proud of all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Likewise.
Right? That doesn't feel like hell to me, is all I'm saying. I agree with you otherwise,
all
though.
of this is that y'all niggas are alive to tell the story today.
Wow.
I know.
What'd you say? Say that again?
I know of a cousin we left.
Hold on, answer.
All right, go ahead.
The win for all of this is the fact that everybody is alive to tell their story today, right? And that this podcast lives on to show motherfuckers that there's more to what the fuck they doing.
This never disappears. When we're gone, this is here.
Unless YouTube gets taken down, but
that's not.
And that's not a thing because this
where
digital
YouTube comes
meta
in.
is gonna be our lifestyle.
That's
you know
where
what I'm saying?
YouTube comes in.
Yo, so I will say it's fascinating to me the fact that all of us, our energies have combined to be here even for this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the fact that we're giving up.
And we're missing two.
Right. True.
It would have been even more like.
That might have been.
So here, I want to see this dad joke before we go.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
I hit you with it.
What do you call a pirate that pisses on people?
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
Yo! That's crazy.
Yo, we love it. We love it.
That's crazy.
You gotta do
That's
the
actually good.
R.
Wait, can we continue this conversation though? This
You
conversation
still
is
want to go on this one? Yeah, we got a few minutes left. I'm cutting this at 11.
Listen. I want to tell a quick
ask
story
me that question
just
you
to make
didn't ask
just to make fun of myself at one time.
We can't ask Justin any more
so
questions.
listen. This is me, maybe 2011.
Quick, nigga.
10, right? I'm ready to go into school, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a cousin at the school and his little brother, which I'm still friends.
You're a freshman in 2011, but okay, go ahead.
No.
Cousins, but y'all are cool.
No. We
30.
are.
We graduated 2015, Antar. So in 2011, that's 4 years.
So let's say 2008.
He let you ask the question.
When I was in the 8th grade. When I was in the 8th grade. Let's say when I was in the 8th grade.
When you had
I just came out. Literally.
Came out
just came out.
Literally just came out of
Your hairline was
Africa.
full? Your hairline was full?
This is where Rasta left it.
Your hairline was full?
This is what I got to deal with every day. You see?
Your hairline was full?
He said, and when I come back, they be hating on me. But
come on, quick.
But here's the thing.
Pause.
So I go to school. Yo, relax. I go to school. I'm fresh out the boat. Like literally the first year I came to America. I come out the boat.
My hairline's a little choppy.
And I don't know because back in Africa, all we used to wear to school was like uniform, but like with cleats. Because we
always ready to ball up.
Because we used to play soccer.
It's like the niggas here with basketball shorts.
No, because you don't know how the land is built. The land is built like it's all sand. There's no roads and stuff like that. Right. So we wear cleats to play ball and stuff like that. So when I came to America, people said we had a soccer game, and then I come to the school instead of carrying in my bag or something.
All day.
I come to the school wearing the soccer cleats.
That used to be a style here, by the way.
Niggas started frying.
What? It was only style for y'all.
You bugging.
Yo,
I didn't even do it.
I got cooked so much, and the worst part was my cousin was sitting right there where the niggas that was soccer crazy was talking shit
with him.
Yo, from that point forward, even if he was playing sports, he didn't wear cleats.
Yeah, he didn't wear cleats. So this was all brand new shit. Joint, right? So I walk up to the classroom. I just see niggas laughing.
Your lineup was never the same.
Yo, relax real quick, Justin. Yo, just relax. So I go to the classroom.
Quick,
I walk in. I see these niggas. They're laughing. I walk to my seat. I'm like, oh, they must be laughing at something else. And then everybody just looking at me laughing. The first person I set off was on my cousin.
You beat him up?
Fuck. Yo, I tore his shit up.
In the suede jacket?
I had regular uniform.
In your cleats?
I had regular uniform with cleats on. I kicked that nigga with the cleats and stuff.
Suede jacket?
It was crazy.
Cleats?
Like for him not to tell me that shit, that was some disloyal shit.
Yeah, I
You
see
know
what you're saying.
Did you catch a
not
charge?
put you
We were on the
game.
same bus, goddammit. He watched me get on the bus and sit
Did
there.
you catch a charge?
Frank.
Nah,
Did you
I got
catch a
suspended
charge?
for a whole.
Mr. Frank.
I got suspended for like 30 days.
What happened with family though? They were like,
Let me
Oh no, they understood.
let me leave something.
Everybody who's real would know how to understand that situation. I just want to tell that story.
Yeah, for top.
Nah,
I
that's-
told him
that was a good story.
because it was a podcast.
All right, growing up,
gotcha. That was
growing
dope.
up,
Shout out to my-
you don't bring anybody things to your house. You cannot say you got something from your friend.
Not even a
Fuck
pencil,
that.
yo.
Whatever you have should make you happy until you achieve more. So you see, when you said, you came to terms with everything like that, and you just know that, you know what, this is what it is, and this is what I want it to be. And I'm not going to pester anybody. Just going to accumulate that inner manly strength that I have. Want?
Well.
That is how we are taught.
Oh,
You
that's
know what I
what's up.
mean? But we have less unhappiness.
Well,
Don't matter the amount of stuff that you have at your house or whatever. It does not fucking concern me. You know what I mean?
right.
Say I want to be a studio engineer. I will never ask you for one of these, Mike.
But I feel
You
like
know
that
what I mean?
applies to everybody that
We
comes
don't
from a
care if you get a new
disfortunate
hat.
situation.
A third
Anything they
world
get-
country.
Yeah, everything they get is they're glad with it. I feel like that's what my mentality is.
Yeah, you have to be.
That's it. I'm saying you're gonna build yourself.
Yeah, be content with who you are and what you have.
It could always be worse.
Do not stress out. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? In the
Yeah.
heat of your shit, somebody always has it worse than you.
That's what I'm saying.
For just 10 cents a
tell
day,
peop-
you could feed a whole child in Africa. You can't feed a bitch in
No,
here.
but there's mad people
For 10
that
cents.
constantly complain. They'll look at Instagram, Facebook, and be like, I wish that should be me. Why can't I have
that's
this?
what's
And I'm
crazy
like,
with the world of
why
social
are you
media is.
worried about this shit? That's just
Yo,
a fallacy to
it's
begin
so-
with.
it's so-
They're not even living like that.
It's so real that they said
sometimes
that.
people need to look at themselves in the mirror.
One
and
of
say
the
the same
one of the
shit.
first.
What's that?
I'm
One of the
looking
first
at the
stories.
man in the mirror. Who said that? Michael?
It could be worse. Yeah, Michael
See?
said that.
One of
It's
the
true.
first. One of the
Michael
first.
You can't even hear that
Understand
song no
who's-
more.
Justin, hold up.
No, because he's a petty. You can't hear that no more.
Yo,
Mike is a petty?
I'm
I
just
don't
saying that's what they say.
Yeah,
So
but
you
we're
can't hear
not-
the music no more.
Yeah, don't disrespect a legend like that.
Yeah, but we're
You
not.
cannot hear his music no more because they said he was a petty.
You know
Am
what?
I lying?
I'll still listen to the
Where
fucking
is
shit
the
out of Michael
proof?
Jackson.
Where is the music?
Where is the proof?
It's taken down on fucking platforms.
No,
Yo,
it's
this is
not.
that wake up movement.
I
No,
put
the
Michael
fuck
Jackson-
is not.
You can
I
hear
listen
Michael
to
Jackson
Apple Music
right now.
got
They put it
Michael
back up.
Jackson.
I listen to
They put it
Butterflies
back up.
every
They
day.
never took it down.
They put it back up.
It's better.
Yeah,
Because
it's
I
been
know when
up.
it first
down.
happened,
They
it can't
never
take
took
down
Mike.
his shit.
They never
took
took
it
Mike.
down.
No, they
They
did
did
not.
No, they didn't.
Never.
What?
They never took Mike down.
Never.
They took
Don't
Mike all the
disrespect
way
his young
down.
No, they
You
did not.
can't, dude.
Go.
He's got
Leave it to Justin.
My nigga, you couldn't even buy his albums.
R. Kelly, you mean? Nah,
maybe they pulled it.
No,
but
I'm
the
not
shit-
talking about R. Kelly.
They still have R. Kelly
going
shit
out with
up.
that now.
That's the kicker. He just can't access his new shit. That's that I get it.
You gotta separate the music from the person. Okay?
Go and purchase some shit, bro.
Dude, I still hear Thriller Halloween.
I have
all the
Michael
time.
Jackson in my phone right now.
I got
Listen,
Michael
you
Jackson
could still
for days.
download his music.
I just literally watched the first moonwalk at him at Motown.
Do you
the other
remember
day.
what happened when they first came out with that shit when he first passed?
Nobody
they took
believed
down
that
all
shit.
his shit
Yeah.
off of all platforms.
You could be right.
All
Lance,
when he
Lance,
brought-
I got a question
Listen,
for you.
No, I swear on
I don't know
everything.
how young I was.
They
but
took
all
down
I
all his
remember
shit
is
off
I
of all
watched
platforms.
the news. I watched the news and I saw this nigga hold the baby over the railing.
That was his baby. That was
Exactly.
that was
That's what I'm
Blanket.
saying. And they still didn't take
With
his
a
fucking
blanket.
music
No,
down.
his name
they
was
took
Blanket.
it down
I know.
after he died.
Hold on, I
No,
got
they
a
didn't.
question for
Yes,
L.
they
I'm
did.
telling
I
you.
got a question for L. L, yo,
Not for
what
L.
is the limit
Who's L?
to cancel culture? If you die, you think you can still get canceled?
If you die,
No, dead people
Like
have
Michael
gotten
Jackson,
canceled.
like
Yeah,
that.
you
Dead
should.
people have gotten.
You should get canceled.
They
Should
have.
not.
They canceled John Wayne. Fucking.
Who's that?
John Wayne. The
Exactly,
Old
he was
cowboy.
canceled.
What?
Yo,
Don't you sing it right?
he's an old white
I know
actor.
who he is.
Yeah, we don't know shit about
Is
him.
that
He's like
you,
Nick
John
Nolte.
Wayne?
I know John
Cowboy.
Wayne.
Nick Nolte's way after him. But,
Is it
He's the original cowboy.
but nah, John Wayne came out and said some crazy shit. Well, not even crazy because it was like, I don't know. It's almost
What,
like
racist?
What is it? Bill Burr and Dave Chappelle, I think, both share this opinion. Like, you got to look at the time of when they said it.
My nigga,
like,
EPMD
what did you
told-
expect
called
a
him
white
out way long-
a white
way-
dude that
way
was
long
born
ago.
in 1900, literally the
Say,
year
exactly.
1900?
It's okay to say nigger.
Well, it's not even that's okay. It's just
But
that they come from a different.
At that time,
Right. It was normal ass shit. So it's almost like, you can kind of see why certain people would say whatever they said, even though it doesn't make it acceptable,
You
at
can
least by
cancel
today's.
anybody.
I don't think
But
Michael
John
Jackson will
Wayne,
ever
that shit
get canceled, though.
They were like, fuck John Wayne. John Wayne's been dead for years.
Yeah, but Michael Jackson can't get canceled.
Nah, you can't.
He's the Prince of Pop.
Nah, he's the king of pop. Say it right.
So are you asking me?
Prince, he's
Are
king.
you asking me if I believe in cancel culture as a whole?
I think he's the Prince.
No, I'm asking you. Do you believe in cancel culture in terms of like?
I concede.
Time passes
Oh,
by.
so basically like what he's saying.
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
why I said he's the Prince. You'll never catch
so
him
like
saying
not
he's the king of pop.
dated cancel culture
got his shit from
where
somebody.
things are periods, period pieces, period people.
So something from like 35 years from now. Where
Well,
it's a
first of
different
all, I'm
world
gonna be
right
real
now.
with you. I don't really have a problem with racist people as a whole, and I know that sounds crazy. And let me explain.
I have racist family members
Let me explain.
who are Jamaican
I have a
as fuck.
problem with people hiding the way that they feel. Right? So if you're racist and you don't like black people, I'd rather I know that, so I know where I stand, so I could make my own decision from that point on.
With you.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like I don't really have a thing against people living in whatever their truth is, however that looks. I can't just want people to think like me.
Right.
And you know what's crazy? I have my great grandmother still alive and well, immigrant from Jamaica to the U.S. to Canada. Right? Has lived there my whole life. Shorty, I had a dark skinned best friend growing up until high school, and Shorty straight up told me when we fell out, you can't trust her because her spirit is as black as her skin.
Whoa.
Okay, and that's coming from somebody who's a black woman, but she only fucked white men. You get what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
In Jamaica. So it's a thing. You get what
White
I'm saying?
men born in Jamaica or colonists?
Did she get like raped or something?
The colonizer. You get what I'm saying?
Because a white man,
Agent Ross.
But the reason why I'm asking that is because a white man born in Jamaica is technically Jamaican.
No, but he's a white man.
Ah.
You're raised.
Oh yeah.
So my thing is,
Ethnicity
right?
wise.
So exactly,
but
boom.
not nationality.
I was born here.
Yeah.
I was raised here by Jamaicans. You get what I'm saying? Jamaican immigrants who are first of their generation to be here. You get what I'm saying? So I grew up in the culture of Jamaica, but also the juxtaposition of being American. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I had to live life through a Jamaican lens in America, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's rough.
Okay, it's a difference. It's a difference. I got to go home to my Jamaican household. Being in an American school, I had the option to move to Jamaica when I was like 8, 9, or 10. Can't remember. But I was there so often that I knew I couldn't keep up academically with these motherfuckers down there. Them motherfuckers smart as fuck. They could be fucking living under the earthquake or living in the flood, and these motherfuckers could still tell you what 10 plus 10 was.
Yeah.
And I was 5, couldn't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, just to give context to that.
Hey,
can I ask you all a question?
Hold on,
We
before
gotta
you go
wrap
there,
it up.
So, you know, shout out to all the hardworking people in the world.
Right
Yeah.
I agree
Big
with
up
that.
to all the Jamaicans, Americans,
Right
Italians,
now.
Puerto Ricans,
Big up
everybody
other
that get up,
immigrants, yo. You don't come from here. Big up
everybody
you.
that get up and go and do it. Respect, mad respect. It's not easy.
Boom, Blaze.
Like, share, and subscribe.
These Americans got cushions, yo.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So,
Talking about their in hell.
another question.
No more questions.
One more.
All right, one last question.
One more.
No more questions. This is the man's show. The
Yo, so you think the people that are in a first world country, I don't know what the terminology
first
is,
world.
but here, you think they take education lightly? Like people,
You know they
people
do. 'cause
from a
we
third world
witness
country
it
got
every
more
day.
gems and more like life lessons to that they know.
Yo, me not finishing school was the biggest slap in the face to a lot of my family. Because I had the
That's
opportunity being born here to
That's
go all the
real.
way. You get what I'm saying?
I
And
get
didn't
preached that
take
every day.
opportunity.
That's
what
crazy.
There's a
get
lot
every day.
of people get preached
I
And
that,
you
though.
took that
every
opportunity.
day.
Being an immigrant, you took that opportunity.
They're like, yo, why are you wasting your time? You weren't born here. That's all I hear.
You got
every
something to prove
goddamn
here.
day,
Do me a
yeah.
favor, turn up number 1 just a little bit.
Got you. It's up all the way.
It's really?
It's up all the way.
That's weird.
crazy.
I think
He's soft spoken.
nah, but, yo, I got a deep ass voice.
Justin woke up.
and I'm
Justin
nozzly.
woke up. Well.
Yeah,
I'm
I
over
know
here
my
doing my
voice.
due
dude.
diligence.
My voice doesn't carry across other people's voices.
I
Like I get
understand. Same.
drowned out. That's
why
why
I
it's
don't
up
speak.
loud. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this one kept getting drowned out.
Yeah.
That's why I don't speak.
And that's why. And at the end of the day, I start like the only way I know how to compensate is start fucking yelling. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But yeah, no, I didn't actually hear the last question that you asked, so I wanted to before
Bring
we
it
got
back.
into
Yeah.
the.
I said something like the people that live in the first world country, like U.S. or like Europe, somewhere in Europe. Do you think they take education for granted? Because I feel like people that's not from I feel like people that's in the third world countries got more knowledge and more about life.
I will say this:
and know how to understand how the world works more and how to treat people just next to you, to the point that they vibe with you instead of over here. If you ask somebody a question, they could turn around and say, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" And
That's
just
kind of
create
an
a
East
whole-
Coast thing, Northeast specifically type thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like that in a lot of other places you go.
In the U.S.
But I also say too, like, I also do look at things in different eyes than y'all do, and get looked at upon differently, obviously, right? So it may be easier for me to say that, but from what I hear in a lot of other places, they're super fucking polite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're just dicks up here primarily, and in the more metropolitan areas.
No, even
everyone's got somewhere to go.
I feel like in the first world country, even if they travel, they'll be like. They want to continue their way of life that in America somewhere else, like
because I'll say most of America for the most part though does take everything for granted.
Yeah,
like everything for granted. We've had all these conversations because of taking shit for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm no better in some aspects. Like I take advantage of the fact I got a fucking toaster oven and a fucking all these other commodities, the air fryer and shit. Yeah, I got a not a crock pot. But
the Instant Pot.
Fair Skin, I don't take that for granted. I know I subconsciously take it for granted every day, but I don't ever try to use it to my benefit.
So it's crazy.
I never have.
People in Jamaica are cooking over an open fire. They can't control how hot that shit gets.
Wow. I've done it, so I know how it is.
I came from charcoal cooking
on
the beach.
Stove.
Fuck that.
That's
I know
real.
Frank.
The content of the wood that you use is important.
Please, I know Frank. He's gonna close out in 5. Just to bring to everybody's attention, back in 2019, they made a post in Vanity Fair, right, about Michael Jackson's music slowly but surely being deteriorated.
This guy.
From no
deteriorating. When I have it,
it's timeless.
Don't hear
Fred,
it like how you used to.
Yeah.
you gotta ask for it.
So listen, we're happy that you've been here for us.
Secondly,
we'll be back next Thursday.
No,
so it's 3-hour show, dude. Like
I said,
we appreciate you. We're gonna have
talking about. So I'm gonna keep on talking because
we're gonna move Xena Sky. She's coming in on Thursday.
Hold on,
wait.
Listen, this is real shit.
No, I'm talking.
But you're done talking. No, we're done. We're signing off. Yeah, we can continue the conversation. Yeah, it's called Just Being Frank.
No, I know. And I'm just being frankly saying fuck that.
Well, I don't give a fuck because I can just hit the end show button.
Then I guess
I'm going to, but I got shit to say before we fucking sign out.
What I was saying was because I refuse to be cut off.
Yeah, but you can say that to us.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to get this out.
We heard it's deteriorating. Yeah. But I still pulled it up on YouTube right now.
Do you?
He's timeless.
Yes. I have a whole list. I have Thriller.
I sent it to you. Can you post that?
We could at another time.
Can you post that?
No, I can't post it anyways.
Post it?
No.
Oh.
Just say it. Go ahead.
Nah, fuck that.
Say it. Go ahead.
Fuck that. Fuck this.
No, but you do realize like you can continue that. Just let him do the ending. You can still continue.
That's fine.
But that source is
okay, we acknowledge where we are with
Just being frank. Not just being Frank and Justin.
By the way, I gotta give you a shout out for that name, bro. That's dope ass.
Thank you.
I'm just being
way to twist your name.
It's just being Justin at this
I
point.
was like thinking of shit. I was like, okay.
Welcome to the Just Being Justin
we're still talking
show.
about nothing.
yo.
No,
Nothing's being
he's trying to
talked
end the
about.
show and promote
But we're
who's
still
coming up.
talking about nothing. That's
No, he's
nothing
trying to
to
No,
promote.
you're talking
over
about
this
nothing. You're the one.
I'm sorry, it's
I'm
Jamaica.
not.
You are.
Justin.
Look off on Thursday.
Justin, I got an idea for your show. I got a name for your show.
So what you got to do?
Yo, listen.
You got somewhere to be?
Nah, listen.
Coming
Justin,
next
This is
Thursday.
what I do.
We got
Justin.
we got a show coming
That's
up.
one.
I'll just
Justin, I
post
got a
about
name
it.
for your show. I got a name for your show. It's called This Justin.
First off, I'ma go straight in and just rep for the band. No intros ever needed, you know, filthy the fans. Too much time invested in this sauce for it to go bland. I know a lot of snake niggas always trying to shake hands. They don't wanna see you up, only wanna see you down. Your decision's kinda stupid, but keep fucking with that clown, no. Fuck around if you want, don't go crying with John Doe. Keep it pushing if the demons steadily around you. I'm always with the shits and elevating my set. And if you wishing me to fail, then all y'all niggas is set. And there's one thing that I don't do, and that one thing is regret. I tell my shorty with the 40, put the stick to your neck and properly check. The prophecy was obviously set. Monopoly checks is what we really trying to get. We logically bet on places you won't probably step. Disrespect one of these bosses, watch them pop out they text. I spray out your life, you trying to stay away from the light. The beige and the white is definitely displayed for the night. I rage when I write, cause most of y'all fugazi in life. Gotta pay the piper just to stay for the night.
Couldn't tell you how many times I wrote for some niggas, but when hard times fall, it be exposing them niggas. That's why I keep my distance, I ain't close to them niggas. Shit, I feel like I'm the greatest, I'm the chosen one, nigga. Barrel to your head, it's a hole in one, nigga. I'm the holy one, nigga. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one, nigga, so I ain't gotta act. Try to tell all of these fake niggas they ain't got a cap. See, I'm trying to stack bread, get straight to the cheese. Get money in the States and head straight overseas. Fealty to family, make way for the streets. Paved way for the greatest, so my niggas trying to eat. Eyes wide open for the snakes trying to speak. I'm a slide homicide, they be praying for the peace. I ain't even gotta say much, there ain't a thing that we can't touch. I've been ready when niggas changed up. I swear to God I put my life in this shit. Card lacking and we clapping at your wife in the whip. They don't like when you lit, they be hype when you sick. But be the first niggas to be riding your dick. Be prepared for the come up we about to make. It's been a long time coming, motherfucker, we ain't trying to wait. I swear to God it's time to violate. I can't stop till I got me a suite in the Empire State. I gotta rep my entire state. Filthy family, how much more do we gotta say? Gotta say. Filthy family, how much more do we gotta say? Filthy family, how much more do we gotta say?